Gastonia Honey Hunters. The Barnstormers have dropped the first two games of this series again. High-scoring baseball at Clipper Magazine Stadium. The Barnstormers still with the woes on the pitching side. They've given up 10 or more runs in all 5 games of their current homestand, but have produced enough offense to pick up a couple of wins in these games, and they look to split the homestand here tonight with Danny Taggart on the hill. Taggart is a relatively inexperienced youngster out of Adelphi University. He did pitch professionally in 2019. He comes in with an 0-1 record, and he is matched up against another recent collegiate in William Kerwin, who is 0-1 for Gastonia. He is out of the University of Pittsburgh. Coincidentally, both schools' team nickname the Panthers. Taggart and Kerwin, the opposing starting pitchers here tonight. Here's how the lineup cards read. For the visiting Gastonia Honey Hunters, it will be Blue Powell leading off in center. The right fielder batting number 2 is Mike Poppy. Jason Rogers is batting third, playing first base. The cleanup hitter is the left fielder Jake Skoll. Emmanuel Tapi is batting fifth. He is the DH. The third baseman batting sixth is Joshua Saleh. Jordan Howard is at shortstop batting seventh. The second baseman hitting eighth is Adrian Gomez, and Hernando Escobar is doing the catching. He is batting in the number 9 slot with Kerwin on the hill. No wins and a loss, and a 5 ERA. For the Barnstormers, it will be Alejandro De Asa leading off in center. Right fielder batting number 2 is Caleb Gindel. Blake Gilliland is batting third, playing first base. The cleanup hitter is the left fielder Trayvon Robinson. Kelly Dugan will bat fifth. He will be at third as the designated hitter. The third baseman is Blake Aleman batting sixth. Melvin Mercedes is batting seventh. He is at second base. The catcher hitting eighth is Anderson Rosa. And Clay Luis Rondon is the shortstop batting ninth for the Barnstormers here this evening. Danny Taggart is on the hill. He is 0-1 as well, and like Kerwin, making his second start in the Atlantic League. A lot of these youngsters are being kind of pushed into roles maybe slightly before they would be ready in a season where pitchers have been at a premium. A lot have already had their contracts purchased by Major League Baseball, and the staffs are thinned out, none more than that of the Lancaster Barnstormers. Taggart and Kerwin
Now, your 2022 Lancaster Barnstormers.
He'll be relaying them anyhow. Bill Reuter is the first base umpire. Scott Hart
Joining them on the
is
field
over
this
third.
evening.
The Barnstormers wearing red tonight. Take the field here at Clipper Magazine Stadium with the Field of Dreams team. The right-hander Danny Taggart on the hill. The lights have already been flipped on as cloudy skies have taken over. Plenty of rain is expected here overnight and into tomorrow. The game tonight with the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs to host the York Revolution has already been rained out. The rain is coming up here from the south, led to believe. Right now we'll send you down
tonight
to our
by
national anthem.
Trinity Keener.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so
Welcome back from Clipper Magazine Stadium. Dave Collins with you on this rather pleasant Thursday evening. No threat of rain during the game, but I think overnight we're going to probably see some wander into the area. Right-hander Danny Taggart is on the hill for the Lancaster Barnstormers. He is a 6'3", 210-pounder from Hicksville on Long Island. He is about 15 miles or so outside of the New York City borough of Queens. Went to Adelphi in Garden City, Long Island, and had some success there. Very good senior year at Adelphi. He was 5-1 with an earned run average in the 2.8 range for that version of the Panthers. Behind him defensively, Blake Alimond is at third. The shortstop is Clea Luis Rondon, Melvin Mercedes at second. Blake Galen with another start at first base. The outfield has Trayvon Robinson in left. The center fielder is Alejandro De Aza, and Caleb Gindel is in right. Catching this evening is Anderson De La Rosa, a well-earned night off for De La last night with Anthony Peroni spelling him behind the plate. The right-hander Danny Taggart is on the hill. Lights are on here at Clipper Magazine Stadium. It is 300 down the right field line, 400 to straightaway center, and 320 down the left field line. The left center field power alley goes out to about 409, and the power alley in right field is much shorter than that at the neighborhood of about 360. But it has never actually been measured. It could be a few feet more than that or a few feet less. Boog Powell, the center fielder, will come to the plate. Powell is off to a tremendous start here in the Atlantic League. 11 hits in 24 at-bats and having a great series here this week. He is 5 out of 9 with a double, a triple, and 3 runs batted in this series for the Gastonia Honey Hunters. First game ball thrown out. Steve Zawiski has said play ball, and we are ready to go at Clipper Magazine Stadium. The left-handed hitting Powell steps into the batter's box with Mike Poppy on deck, and then Jason Rogers. Powell deep in the box, very slightly open stance, and the first pitch of the game misses outside for a ball. It is 1-0. I'm back in my old home here, in a sense. I'm in the center radio booth tonight. We let York use that over the weekend. It's too small for the Blue Ridge crew to operate, but I'm using it tonight. Ball 2, a little bit outside, 2-0 from Taggart to Powell. Here's the windup, and the next offering popped up. That will carry foul and out of play. Over on the left side, the count runs to 2-1. A celebratory night at the ballpark, in the sense that one of our own, Don Pryor, who opened this stadium operations director here for years, as Taggart delivers high for ball 3. He's in the house tonight along with many of my former co-workers here at Clipper Magazine Stadium, so welcome all. 3-1. Here is the windup, Taggart to Powell, and it is ball 4 outside. We'll keep an eye on that base on balls count tonight. It has been exceedingly high over the course of this homestand. There have been a total of 102 bases on balls in the 5 games on this homestand. We have also seen in excess of 100 runs cross the plate in the 5 games of this homestand. Mike Poppy will step in. He had a 2-homer game 2 nights ago. And the pitch from Taggart, missing upstairs for a ball. It is 1-0. Jason Rogers, the first baseman, waits on deck. And timeout for a moment as Steve Zawiski has to replace the earpiece. The eye in the sky calling the balls and strikes here this evening. Ball 1-0. The count on Poppy. Infield set, double play depth. The Barnstormers were able to turn one last night. Up and away, it is ball 2, 2-0. Miles Williams grounded into a 6-4-3 double play in the third inning in back of Dominic DeSabatino. Taggart is missed with 6 out of 7. Leadoff man is on in Powell, who has one stolen base. He's been caught once. Taggart to the plate, a swing and a miss, and that one gets through De La Rosa. On to second goes Powell, and we'll get a ruling on it. The pass ball, it will be charged to De La Rosa. That, too, has been an issue for the Barnstormers. We had 4 pass balls charged to Anthony Peroni the other night. I believe 3 of them with Jamarcus Lang on the hill. Now De La Rosa, unable to handle a pitch, served in by Taggart. 2-1 is beaten foul, and the count advances to 2 balls and 2 strikes on Poppy. He had the 2-homer game 2 nights ago. Last night it was Rogers, the man on deck. Chuck Stewart is over coaching third base at the moment for Gastonia, and the player is out there at first. Can't pick up the number. 2-2. The count on Poppy. Here is the set and the offering. That is elevated foul. Poppy spoiling the 2-2 offering from Taggart. And we will continue with the count of 2 balls and 2 strikes. The average time of game on this homestand has been 4 hours, 4 minutes. And everybody hoping to get in under that tonight. Here comes the 2-2. Poppy swings and misses at a breaking ball. Big first out for Danny Taggart. It's his 7th strikeout in 7 2/3 innings. He has walked 5, given up 13 hits and 12 runs. Jason Rogers will step into the box. Rogers has fattened up here at Clipper Magazine Stadium. He typically does. He had 3 hits on Tuesday night and 5 official at-bats. Last night, the 2-homer game. He drove in 5. It's been a big series for him here. First pitch from Taggart, down and away, handled by De La Rosa. Ball 1-0. Barnstormers head on to the road for the next 2 weeks. An incredibly long road trip following our game tonight. Southern Maryland for 3, York for 3, Long Island for 3. An off day in between those first 2 series, and then another off day, and then Lexington for 3 as we will visit the Legends for the first time. 1 ball, no strikes. The count on Jason Rogers. And it is ball 2 off the inside corner from Taggart. We go to 2-0. Left fielder Jake Skoll waits on deck. Taggart to the high set, and he delivers well low and outside. 3-0. First base is open. Rogers, such a good opposite field hitter. And I've said this before, he would have been a great fit as a Barnstormer, but we had K.C. Hobson at the time he came into the league, time he was available. There is a strike, and to Rogers it is now 3-1. Defense playing Jason Rogers straight away. Deaza stationed in front of the 400 sign. Now he paces 1 or 2 steps toward right center field. Ball 4 is up. Rogers draws the walk. And Jake Skoll will come to the plate. Skoll is batting .205. He has 3 home runs, 10 runs batted in. 1 for 4 in game 1 of the series. He's 2 for 7, but he had the tie-breaking homer here last night. Taggart is in a bind, first and second with 1 out. And the strike zone again dancing around. The pitch, it's up, ball 1, 1-0. the number of walks is unfathomable. De La Rosa sets the target. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That's inside and low. Glances off. It looked like Zawiski's leg. And that'll be a wild pitch charge as the runners move to second and third. 2 balls and no strikes to Skoll. It's a situation with the walks that everyone is looking to address. Tonight I see nothing but a 24-year-old on the mound who is just wild. There have been some other theories. This is the first time I've been straight behind the plate in any broadcast this year. The infield draws in for the Barnstormers. Skoll looks at ball 3 upstairs. It's 3-0. Two walks, a pass ball, and a wild pitch in the inning. Skoll batting 3-0. And that one drops in nicely for a called strike. It is 3-1. Powell up the line from third. Rogers off second. Emmanuel Tapia will bat left-handed, waits on deck. The 3-1 pitch is up, and the bases are loaded. Tapia did not have a chance to enter play last night, and he didn't stick around too long in game 1 of the series. 0 for 2 with a walk. He grounded into a double play. He's batting .227 with 1 home run and 3 runs batted in. Tapia, big fellow, 25 years of age, out of the Dominican Republic, 6'3", 230 pounds. He takes one that misses. Bases are loaded on walks here in the first inning. 1-0. That sails upstairs, and it's ball 2 and no strikes. Already Ross Peoples forced to come out of the dugout. Part of the issue is you get in this ballpark, you get the younger pitchers, and that right field wall gets in the back of the mind. And you have to just almost forget that it's there in a certain regard. And now Tapia batting 2-0 after 3 walks have set the table for the Honey Hunters. It also makes the fielders sluggish. You don't get the plays turned behind you. And we could be in conceivably for another long one tonight. 2 balls and nothing. De La Rosa sets the target. The pitch is grounded to third. Aleman will throw to the plate and miss badly high. Everybody is safe. Tapia is safe on the fielder's choice. And Powell scores on the error by the third baseman. Trying to rush the play and get 2, and the Barnstormers failed to get anybody. There will be no RBI for Tapia. Bases are loaded still with 1 out and a run home. The batter is the third baseman, Saleh. You can't assume the double play, but you can assume the out at the plate. It was right there. So it should be bases loaded, 2 outs. And no runs home. The pitch to Saleh is high for a ball, 1-0. Every game on this homestand has seen at least one opponent's run in the top of the first inning. And there have been 3 games with multiple runs. Up and away for ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes on Saleh. That error could be very costly along the way. Ball 3 is low. 3 balls and no strikes. A walk, of course, would force in a second run. A right-hander brings it home. There's a strike. Saleh was taking it, appeared, the entire way. Now he will be looking at a 3-ball and 1 strike count. Left-handed batter out of Seattle. Back in baseball after a 6-year hiatus. And there's a drive on the 3-1 pitch. Way back it goes. That's a grand slam to straightaway right field. And a 5 spot in the first inning for the Gastonia Honey Hunters. He had to give Saleh a pitch to hit, and Joshua Saleh may have the most raw power on this Honey Hunters team. He destroyed it for the grand slam, and the Barnstormers find themselves down by 5 early. Still just 1 out, and Jordan Howard, the shortstop, will come to the plate. 4 of the runs earned, 1 not. And there's a swing and a miss by Howard. No balls and a strike. The switch hitting shortstop, batting .333 with 5 runs driven in. He's another collegiate player, but off to a pretty good start. Morogazo's been able to use him in spots. Foul ball back. It's 0-2. Once again, the Barnstormers offense is going to be forced to play from way behind. That is up for ball 1. Still only 1 out. Still only 1 hit for Gastonia, but 5 runs on the board, and that's the story of this entire homestand. Howard fends off a pitch and will stay alive at 1-2. Taggart ran one in on his hands. So many things pile on one another. Ground ball pulled to the right side. Mercedes will throw out Howard for the 2nd out. And Adrian Gomez, the second baseman, will step in. But as I said, you get the walks, the defense gets back on its heels, the defense will make bad plays, as happened here. But the other direction I was headed with that is when you have these young pitchers put in situations like this, then they lose confidence. It overtaxes the bullpen. You need the veteran pitching here, and it all got taken away. High and inside for a ball on Adrian Gomez, 1-0. Hard hit ground ball. There's a clean base hit into left for Gomez. The 2nd hit of the inning. And yet again on this homestand, an opposing team sends all 9 of its men to the plate at least. Armindo Escobar coming in, and he's merely a .391 hitter with 3 ribbies. Gomez at first with 2 outs. I have 35 pitches already for Taggart here in the first inning. He delivers a strike. It is 0-1. Defense remains straight away. The pitch to Escobar is chipped foul off to the right and out of play. It's 0-2. Gomez, the lone runner out there. Escobar, the 9th man to step in here in the top of the first inning. The pitch breaks off the outside corner. At this point, you almost can't afford to waste a pitch. Escobar bats at 1-2. Gomez has 1 steal, bounces off first base, isn't going anywhere. And that is called strike 3. And everybody stopped and stared for a minute. That'll end the inning. A called third strike on the outside corner. The pitch looked good, but everybody stood there. Zawiski may have lost track of the count. People reacted as if they thought it was strike two. It was the third one. 5 runs on 2 hits in the inning, 1 error that did not help matters, and 1 runner was left on base. At the end of a half, it is Gastonia 5 and the Lancaster Barnstormers coming up.
But there are only 8 prizes. I have 2 washers up there. You got to find the washers. So just let me know. What do you want to guess first?
And help out the United Way of Lancaster County. All you have to do is spend 3 hours as an usher during a Barnstormers home game, and the ball club will donate $20 in your name to the United Way program of your choice. Be a friendly face, have fun, and raise money for your favorite local charity. To sign up, go to the LancasterBarnstormers.com website and head to the community link, and we'll see you at the ballpark.
She's going to go with number 7.
When everyone has a different craving, Wegmans Meals to Go has it all. All right now, all in one delivery. Pizza with the kids' favorite toppings. A delicious sub made the way you love. Fresh sushi for the whole group, and so much more. It's how busy people get busy eating the meals they love. Order on the Meals to Go app or at mealstogo.com to make everyone happy. Wegmans Meals to Go. All your favorite meals, all in one delivery.
Alejandro De Aza, Caleb Gindel, and Blake Allen will step in, trying to get the Barnstormers underway on the comeback trail. It has to be getting tougher by the night for these hitters, as the Barnstormers now have given up a total of 17 first-inning runs on this homestand, and I believe it is now 69 runs total. De Aza to lead it off. He's batting .300, 6 out of 20 with a double and 2 runs driven in. Facing 6'5" right-hander William Kerwin from Aldie, Virginia, and the University of Pittsburgh, and he is high for a ball. It is 1-0 on De Aza, who has batted safely in every game since he's been here. Joined the ball club on Saturday. The 1-0 pitch is high and inside for ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. We had 3 walks in the top of the inning. We're keeping an eye on it, but it hasn't seemed like anything is extraordinarily tight. In on the hands and grounded to second base. Easy play for Gomez. De Aza's retired 4-3. Caleb Gindel will come to the plate. Caleb batting .256 with a pair of home runs. He has driven in 5. He had that splendid series at High Point where he went 7 out of 12, but in the other 2 ballparks in which he has played, he hasn't been able to get too much accomplished. Here's the pitch. That is outside, ball 1, 1-0. Blake Galen waits on deck. Wind tonight is blowing just about straight out. If anything, it's blowing out toward left center field. Upstairs to Gindel and a 2-0 count. Kerwin working fairly quickly with battery mate Armindo Escobar. delivers the 2-0. Gindel swings, fouls it back to the net for a 2-ball, 1-strike count. Joshua Saleh at third. The shortstop is Jordan Howard. Adrian Gomez at second. Jason Rogers is at first. Jake Skoll in left. The center fielder is Boog Powell. Mike Poppy is in right, with Escobar doing the catching and Kerwin on the mound. 2-1. Gindel looks at that off the outside corner for ball 3. It is 3 balls and 1 strike. Ross Peoples coaching third. Troy Steffi over at first. And to Gindel now, the 3-1. He pops this up out of play. Over on the third base side, we're going to go to full at 3-2. Gindel working the count to full. Defense is straight up against the Barnstormer right fielder. The payoff is low. He'll take the walk.
It is a base on balls presented by Jack Williams Tire and Auto.
Blake Galen will come to the plate.
Third, playing first base.
Galen hitting .256. He has 9 runs batted in. Everybody is waiting for his 100th Barnstormer home run. Perhaps nobody more than Blake Galen. Watch him hit it tonight. We'd have to wait 15 days for a pregame ceremony. First pitch strike in there from Kerwin. It is 0-1. Runner at first base with 1 out here in the first inning. Gastonia has the infield set at double play depth. A ball low and away to Galen, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. The Barnstormers are second in the league in team batting average and runs scored. The offense has not been the issue here. Ball 2 is low to Blake, 2 balls and a strike. Ball club is not as high in the coveted OPS. A second strike is called on Galen. The count is 2-2. The pitch getting the outside corner. Not where Blake really likes it. Barnstormers have lefty batters stacked against the right-hander William Kerwin. 2-2 on Galen. That's high and outside. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Another full count. We'll see if Gindel takes off here. He's not. The 3-2 pitch smashed and taken by Rogers. He'll get the out at first base after a bobble, fire to second, and they'll complete the double play. 3-6. That's one where if the runner is not at first base, it's probably a double for Blake Galen. Instead, a double play. Nobody left for the Barnstormers at the end of 1. It is 5-0 in favor of Gastonia.
We are finally back enjoying Barnstormers baseball. I'm Adam Gocknauer from Gocknauer Appliances and thrilled to be sponsoring Barnstormers baseball yet again. We also wanted to thank all of you for your incredible support for our business during the pandemic. We are so happy to still be here helping you with the best brand names and the best prices of major appliances in the area. Enjoy the game and we will continue to service you now and into the future. Gocknauer Appliances in East Petersburg and on the web at gocknauers.com.
Like craft beers? Then the best place to be in Lancaster is Clipper Magazine Stadium. That's right, celebrate baseball or just a night with your friends at the Broken Bat Deck down the right field line. The Broken Bat features more than 20 local craft breweries plus product from a local winery. Food including Otto's Meatballs is sold off a pub-style menu. So get together, hang out with your friends, or make some new ones. Enjoy a night of craft beer sampling along with a Barnstormers game.
Boog Powell started off the first inning. He will start off the second. He started off the first with a walk and eventually scored on the bad throw on a forced play attempt at home. Cranks a foul into the seats on the first base side. It caroms back out to the Barnstormer bullpen, and I'm not sure who that was out there, but made a wonderful stop. It was a heck of a play. Way outside, and by way outside, I mean a foot or two out of the strike zone. 1 ball and 1 strike on the left-handed batting Powell. Another left-handed hitter is on deck in Poppy. High and inside, low bridging. The one-time major leaguer from out in California. 2-1 now. Upstairs, and again badly, it is 3-1. The elder Boog Powell, no relation, played from 1961 to 1977. This one in the big leagues 2017 and 2018. He takes a swing and rips a line drive right into the mid of Blake Galen. We have 1 out in the second inning, and Mike Poppy, a strikeout victim his first time up, will step to the plate. Poppy went down swinging on that first visit. 5-pitch at bat to start off the Gastonia second. They go from here to Lexington. Oy vey, that's a long trip overnight. Ball 1 missing to Poppy. It is 1-0. High pop-up off the next pitch. Searching for it is De La Rosa, but that one's all the way back upstairs. Poppy will bat at 1-1. Talked about the collegiate roots of a lot of the players tonight. Mike Poppy was a starter at UVA for a couple of years and played there for 3. He gets jammed, breaks his bat, and floats a pop-up. Galen and Mercedes both there. Either one could have taken it. Mercedes does. 2 outs. And Rogers will come to the plate. He walked and scored in the first inning. The walk set everything up.
The first baseman, Jason Rogers.
And then the bad throw to the plate. That was followed by the grand slam, and the mistakes piling up. Again, it all started with the walks. We don't see it badly out of Taggart this inning. He serves in a strike. It is 0-1 on Rogers. Jason Rogers was in the big leagues 2014 to 2016 with Milwaukee and Pittsburgh, now low. And it is 1-1. He signed with the Brewers, did Rogers, back in 2010 out of Columbus State University in Columbus, Georgia. Low again from Taggart. 2 balls and a strike. Again, the difficulty with one thing leading to another. Already 50 pitches thrown by Taggart in this game. He has 2 outs in the top of the second to Rogers, 2-1. Lifted foul out of play to go to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Thanks to the double play off the bat of Galen, just 15 pitches for Kerwin in that first inning, but he wasn't headed in a very good direction either. He walked Gindel. He was 3-2 on Galen and got the ground ball at the perfect spot. Here's a 2-2 pitch. Ground ball toward the middle. To his left goes Rondon. He'll make a perfect throw. Rogers is retired. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Danny Taggart. A very good sign there. We're through 1.5 now here at Clipper Magazine Stadium. The scoreboard reads the Gastonia Honey Hunters 5 and the Lancaster Barnstormers 0.
Localflavor.com, local flavor. Localflavor.com, local flavor.
Excuse me, are you saying localflavor.com?
Oh, yeah, it's where I save big bucks on all kinds of things. Home improvement projects, dining out, family fun, electronics, jewelry, clothing. I even bought my wife a fancy spa package for half price.
Half price?
Yep, you know all the deals you find in Clipper Magazine.
I love Clipper Magazine.
Well, they're all on localflavor.com too. And you can get them right on your phone thanks to localflavor.com's mobile app. Here, take a look.
Well, this app is amazing. Look at all these restaurants, amusement parks, car washes, fitness centers. This is worth sharing about.
Exactly. Localflavor.com online, the Local Flavor mobile app, and Clipper Magazine together. It's like a triple play.
Do the cheer again, I'm in.
Localflavor.com, local flavor. Come on, everybody! Localflavor.com, local flavor. Localflavor.com, local flavor.
Tomorrow night, we'll be coming your way from Regency Furniture Stadium in Waldorf, Maryland at 6:30, weather permitting. They were rained out tonight, and the forecast, at least during the day tomorrow, is not good. And if that field drains better than it has at other points, we might be fine for tomorrow night. First pitch from William Kerwin to Trayvon Robinson is outside. It is ball one. Robinson is hitting .281 with a homer. He's driven in 5. Kerwin ready to go. The pitch, that is ruled low. And Robinson is at ball 2 and no strikes. Chance for the Barnstormers to try and spring back in this game. Robinson, Dugan, and Alimond with Mercedes in the hole. Here in the bottom of the second. Check swing and a foul. It is 2-1. Robinson paces away on the homestand. Robinson is 5 out of 11. Barnstormers have produced a lot of offense. Just tough to keep up. Here's the 2-1. Robinson jammed, hits a bounder to first. Taken by Rogers and taken himself. William Kerwin is doing a great job getting the Barnstormers to pull the ball on the ground. And you can live like that all night long. Kelly Dugan will come to the plate, a .282 hitter now with a homer, and he has driven in 10. Dugan is 5 for 14 on the homestand, and he's driven in 7 runs. The last 3 games he's actually been able to swing the bat. He's given some room in right center field. Powell playing toward left center. Big swing and a miss by Dugan. It is no balls and a strike. Kerwin seems to have figured something out in the early going. The Barnstormers were able to get to him in a couple of relief appearances in the opening weekend series. Swing and a miss by Dugan again. It's 0-2. Overall, Kerwin had given up 8 hits, 5 earned runs, and had walked 9 in 9 innings prior to tonight. The next one circles around at the knees but didn't get there, and it's ball 1 and 2 strikes. 1 out, nobody on. Bottom half of the second inning. Here is the pitch, and Dugan will look at that for called strike 3. 2 outs. Blake Alimon, the third baseman, checks in. Batting .235, 3 home runs, and 4 driven in. And right now, Kerwin seems to be cruising. Second inning has gone by fairly quickly to this point. A ball is outside, 1-0 on Alimond. I love watching the catchers, just out of the force of habit, try to frame the pitches for the benefit of the umpire, but they're not going to fool the electronics. 1-0. Alemond is crowded, and we go to ball 2 and no strikes. Kerwin against the Barnstormers in that opening weekend series. Gave up 4 hits and 3 runs in 3 innings. Alemond turns on a pitch that ran inside, and he fouls it over toward his own dugout. 2 balls and 1 strike to him. William Kerwin from Northern Virginia. Line drive by Alemond. Up for it goes Howard. A leaping catch and a very good play. Timed it perfectly for the final out. Put a star by that one in the scorebook. Nothing doing for the Barnstormers in the bottom half of the second inning. We are through 2 tonight. It is 5-0 Gastonia.
The Lexus NX is crafted to take on the modern adventure called life.
Alexa, what's the quickest route home?
With Amazon Alexa compatibility and the advanced Lexus safety system, the Lexus NX is modern utility for the modern world. Because modern obstacles require modern solutions. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
Amazon Alexa and all related logos are trademarks of Amazon.com Inc. or its affiliates. Not all Amazon Alexa functionality is available for in-vehicle use.
At Clipper Magazine Stadium, we have hot dogs and popcorn, peanuts, soda, and nachos. But what if, say, you are only 3 months old and mom wants to have a night out and watch the Barnstormers? Well, thanks to May Grant Obstetrics and Gynecology, the littlest of Stormer fans now have a place to go for dinner during the game. Tots can take mom to the Little Sluggers dugout behind Section 13 at the stadium for a comfortable private feeding experience. A brightly painted room with comfortable furniture and TVs tuned to the game, it is the perfect spot for baby and mom during a night at the ballpark.
Jake Skoll is ready to step in for Gastonia as we open up the 3rd inning. Skoll walked and scored in the 5-run Gastonia first. It's really tough to pinpoint one thing that ails the Barnstormers pitching staff right now, but the ailment is there. Upstairs to Skoll for a ball, 1-0. Just a lot of inexperience. Ball 2 missing high for a 2-0 count. Tapia and Saleh will follow. Saleh with the 2nd grand slam against the Barnstormers on this homestand. Nelly Rodriguez of York hit the other. Ball 3 off the glove of De La Rosa. And that was high and outside. Wind now seems to have totally changed direction. It's blowing out to left, which helps to even out this ballpark. Much deeper to left field than it is to right. The 3-0 way outside, ball 4. Skoll walks for the 2nd time tonight. Taggart has issued 4. Emmanuel Tapia will come to the plate. He hit the squibber to 3rd, which was thrown away back in the 1st inning. That created a lot of havoc. Tapia steps in. Gastonia will try to build on a 5-0 lead and put this one away early with the long bus trips staring at them. Very outside to Tapia. Ball 1-0. Manuel Tapia spent 6 seasons in the Cleveland Indians organization. He hasn't played since 2018. Ball 2 is inside and low, 2-0. He had a great season in 2017. 49 extra base hits for Lake County. Now, he didn't hit for a high average, only 213. Off the plate, barely to the outside, and now 3-0. But he did have 29 home runs and 71 runs batted in for the Captains. Ball 4 missing low. It's first and second. 5 walks given up by Taggart. And here is Saleh. A grand slam his first time up. Long over the tense and straight away right field. At Lynchburg in 18, Tapia had only hit 186 in 89 ball games. He has walked here. And now Saleh steps in. Plays mostly third base, can play the outfield. He was a first-round pick back in 2010 by the Tampa Bay Rays. Mentioned Skoll was also a first-round pick who disappeared for a while, just like Saleh disappeared for a while. Ground ball foul over toward the Lancaster dugout. Off the field of play, the Barnstormers defense has been stellar. There was a good play made on that one. I think it was Kelly Dugan leaning out there. When Saleh last played, he was a Charlotte Stone Crab in 2014 and batted .238 with 4 home runs. Fouled off here. Taggart gets ahead 0-2. Lancaster sent only 6 men to the plate so far tonight against William Kerwin. 0-2. Outside for a ball. Maybe it was an attempt at a backdoor breaking ball, but not close. Ball 1, 2 strikes. John DeZamba left the ball club after the game last night. A replacement will come tomorrow. Ball 2 into the dirt by De La Rosa all the way to the backstop and hopping around there. It'll be the wild pitch number 2. Charge to Taggart. Two balls, 2 strikes on Saleh. Up to third is Skoll. Tapia is aboard at second. Here's the motion and the pitch, and Saleh takes strike 3 called on a beautiful-looking breaking ball. Third strikeout for Taggart in the game, and getting rid of Saleh here is huge. Jordan Howard to the plate. Howard grounded out in the first inning. The Barnstormers bring the left side of the infield all the way up and the right side partway. Mercedes a couple of paces back from the edge of the grass. To Howard, beaten foul over on the first base side. Strike 1. Tommy Shirley goes for the Barnstormers tomorrow night against a pitcher by the name of Brandon Barker. Their rotation is new except for the elder statesman, the pitching coach, Darrell Thompson. Ground ball to Mercedes, but he had to go too far to his left, and the run will score. The out recorded at first base. Mercedes handled it well, looked at the plate, but Skoll was going to score no matter what he did. It's now a 6-0 ball game and a run without a base hit. Over to third, Tapia. Adrian Gomez will step in. Gastonia has had to earn very, very little of this offense tonight. Walks, pass balls, wild pitches. setting the stage. The grand slam, the big blow in the first inning. Howard now drives in a run with an out. Something Gomez cannot do. Breaking ball back to the inside corner. A strike is taken. It's 0-1. Tapia, by the way, held on at second on that ground ball. I'll correct myself. I'm not sure why, but he did. Ball one, strike one. The count on Adrian Gomez now. I expected to see him at third. I looked out. He's still at second base. Foul ball back for a second strike. 1-2 to Cuban-born Adrian Gomez. The same could be said about the man on deck, Armindo Escobar. Taggart has gotten 2 outs here in the third. Again, even though it's a 6-0 ball game, we talked about this so much last night, every out that Taggart can get is big because that's one fewer out that the bullpen will need to get. The Barnstormers will have an off day Monday, and should the weather interrupt the schedule tomorrow night down at Southern Maryland, well, it actually saves the Barnstormers a few innings on the mound. They can play a doubleheader either Saturday night or Sunday afternoon. I can't believe it's actually not supposed to rain on Sunday at Southern Maryland. That's a novelty. 1-2. High fly ball out to left, not terribly deep. Robinson started back, has time to recover, and makes the catch. Gomez is gone, so are the Honey Hunters, but they do pick up 1 run on no hits, no errors. 1 man left on base. The walks and the wild pitch costly. We'll go to the bottom of the third, and it's now 6-0.
We're going to put 6 cards out. You got to guess where the matches are. I'm going to give you 27.5 seconds to go with all matches. Are you ready? Scott. All right, so what do we got here?
New to Clipper Magazine Stadium in 2021 is Otto's Hospitality. Otto's is totally committed to the fan experience, from quality to convenience to safety. And they are committed to Lancaster, using local food purveyors whenever possible. New menu items like homemade Brauhaus pretzels, Black Angus burgers, and Otto's meatballs are sure to make any Barnstormers game even more fun. Use self-ordering kiosks or your phone instead of waiting in the lines. That's Otto's Hospitality.
Pennsylvanians are creating their own soundtrack. Thanks to PA Lottery Scratch-Offs, excitement's back. Pennies, nickels, dimes, or quarters, no matter your choice, scratching's always in order. With big top prizes and second chance drawings, thrills await. They're out there calling. If it's excitement you seek and you're looking for action, play the PA Lottery. And keep on scratching. Must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
Mercedes, De La Rosa, and Rondon slated in the bottom of the third inning for the Barnstormers, who trail by half a dozen. Danny Taggart, weird night. He's given up only 2 hits, but he's allowed 6 runs. Mercedes, top hitter on the ball club with enough plate appearances anyway. Takes high for a ball. It's 1-0, batting .413. The man on deck, Anderson De La Rosa, is hitting .438, but not enough plate appearances to qualify to be a leader. Mercedes looking to reach base for the 13th consecutive ball game. He has been on every single night. He's hit safely in 11 of the 12. He's had some season to this point. Ball 2 and no strikes. Mercedes looks at one in the zone out of the right hand of William Kerwin, who's all but spotless so far. Barnstormers They've had a couple of loud outs. Upstairs, Mercedes is batting at 3-1. Alemond hit the ball very well, closing out the bottom of the second. Leaping snatch out of the air by Jordan Howard, the shortstop. Galen slapped a sharp ground ball, turned into a double play back in the first inning. Lancaster can't get on track. To Mercedes, he stares the 3-1 pitch right in for a second strike. It is 3-2. Time called at the dish. De La Rosa and Rondon will follow. Here's the 3-2. Mercedes loops this to shallow left field. Charging in his skull, he'll be able to get there. Out number one on the board. De La Rosa will step in. De La Rosa went 4 for 5 here on Tuesday night. He'd had only 3 hits prior to that, but not a lot of playing time. 7 out of 16 total with a double and 3 runs batted in for the veteran catcher. Awaiting the delivery from Kerwin. First pitch popped right in there for a strike. It is 0-1. Clea Luis Rondon, the shortstop, is due next. The 0-1 snaps past the outside corner. And that may have been slightly high to De La Rosa as well. 1 ball and 1 strike. I got to meet the littlest De La Rosa here a couple of nights ago. Anderson, ground ball, shortstop. Howard handles and throws across. 2 up and 2 down. And Kerwin is making it look easy. Rondon steps in. He'll bat from the left side. 159 for Rondon and 8 runs batted in. The only Barnstormers base runner so far, Caleb Gindel on a walk in the first inning. Kerwin is pitching to contact, and he's doing it brilliantly. Let the batters hit the ball. Good things can happen. To Rondon, swinging, there's a line drive. The Barnstormers have their first base hit. This rolling into the gap out in right center field. Rondon, a wide turn at first, and they're going to throw behind him, but that throw is high, and he's able to get back in. Powell got that in a hurry. Rondon had an idea about going to second base from the beginning. Powell got there, cut it off. So Cleo put on the brakes. He almost didn't get back to first. 2 out base runner for the Barnstormers as Rondon is on. I mentioned he's batting 159, but he hasn't looked like a 159 hitter. Back to the top of the order, and De Asa 0 for 1 on the ground out, leading off the game for the Barnstormers. Alejandro takes a strike on the outside corner. It's 0-1. Caleb Gindel on deck for the Barnstormers. Gastonia leading by 6 here in the bottom half of the third inning. Rondon leads off first base, held by Rogers there. Kerwin glances over the shoulder. Slender right-hander. Into the motion, he'll deliver, and De Asa stings a single up the middle. Rondon stopping at second, does a little foot shuffle as if he was thinking about going to third, but that would have been pointless. Caleb Gindel to the plate. Gindel a walk back in the first inning. Well, the Barnstormers need their Atlantic League veterans to drive in some runs here. They have, over the course of the season, McGindle, Galen, Robinson, 3 guys with whom we are very well familiar. Rondon is at second, De Asa at first, Gindel a swing and a foul ball right back into the screen. No balls and 1 strike to Caleb. He and Galen had such big nights opening night at Gastonia. I thought we were looking at them having superior seasons. and then they got cold. Gindel takes one off the inside corner. Ball one, strike one. Rendon is at second. De Aza aboard at first. 2 outs in the inning. Part of the Barnstormers' woes offensively is that it seems like they're always trying to get things going with 2 outs. 1-1. Off the plate to the outside. Ball 2 from William Kerwin, and at least a slight advantage here to Caleb Gindel. Runners inching away. Kerwin's 2-1 is pulled on the ground right to the second baseman. It's bobbled by Gomez. The throw is still in time to get Gindel. Adrian Gomez nearly turned that into a bases-loaded opportunity for the Barnstormers on what should have been a routine play and wasn't. No runs, 2 hits, no errors. Lancaster strands 2. We have completed 3 tonight here on Prince Street. It's all Gastonia. The Honey Hunters are leading by a score of 6-0.
That is true, correct. In the commercials, Jake from
Bummer, the Barnstormers are on the road and you're looking for something to do. Clipper Magazine Stadium still has the answer for family fun. The summer movie series returns, presented by Lidl Supermarkets on selected nights throughout the summer season. Bring the kids out to the ballpark for family-friendly movies. For just $6.50 per person, you get to sit on the outfield grass and enjoy a film on the big screen in left center field. Showtime is 7 p.m. For more information and movie listings, go to LancasterBarnstormers.com and click on the events page.
You don't need to understand how available adaptive variable suspension works, or how pre-collision cameras detect pedestrians in low light. You don't need to understand any of the craft that went into the Lexus ES to feel it. With outstanding connectivity and standard Lexus Safety System Plus 2.0, experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
LSS Plus 2.0 and the pre-collision system with pedestrian detection are not a substitute for safe and attentive driving practice. See owner's manual for additional limitations and details.
Armindo Escobar leads off the 4th inning for Gastonia. Escobar struck out looking his first time up to end the 5-run first inning. Up and in from Danny Taggart. It is ball 1 and no strikes. Taggart walked 3 of the first 4 batters in the opening inning and the first 2 batters in the 3rd, and that always gets you in trouble. He is on the corner with the next offering. Escobar batting at a ball and a strike. Breaking ball slips past the zone and past De La Rosa as well. The count goes to 2-1. Ball 3 runs outside, and a 3-1 count on Escobar. Powell and Poppy scheduled to follow top of the order in the 4th inning. The 3-1 pitch is cut on and missed. Taggart, a decent-looking fastball there. He's not a hard thrower. Ross is just looking for him to eat some innings right now until the ship can get righted. Ball 4 is high. 3rd time he's walked the leadoff batter in a frame. It'll bring on Powell. Walking a liner to Galen for him. Barnstormers will again set the infield at double play depth. there are so many ways in which baseball is a team game. Good pitching and good defense play off of each other. Up and away for a ball on Powell. It is 1-0. Alamon plays up at the edge of the grass over at third. Powell has been known to try and lay a bunt down. Now 2-0 as the next is outside. Ground ball first. That's handled by Galen. He'll get the out at second base, and we have our second 3-6 first double play of the night. Galen took that right near the bag, stepped on the base, and Escobar wasn't even halfway to second. Blake threw to Rondon, and Rondon ate a sandwich, had a beverage, and waited for Escobar to come to him, an easy tag. 2 outs, and Mike Poppy steps in. Never take me literally. Poppy is 0 for 2. He has struck out, and he has popped up to second. He'll get a ball off the outside corner, 1-0. 2 outs, nobody on, top 4. Rough start to the night for Danny Taggart. He has settled down. Things have gone much better since that first inning, really since the grand slam. He has not encountered too much friction. Poppy now lifts a fly ball to right. Galen going back. Galen looking up, and the wall will not contain it. Poppy with his third home run of the series, and it's now 7-0. The Barnstormers are being beaten up by the long ball on this homestand. 2 here tonight. And overall on this homestand, the Barnstormers have hit 8, but they have given up 14. Jason Rogers has his share. He's hit a couple. 7-0 now in favor of Gastonia as Poppy lofts one out to right. It just hit the front of the tent. Gindel looked as if he thought he had a play, but it didn't develop. Inside, a ball on Rogers. It is 1-0. Taggart comes back, and Rogers unloads to the deepest part of the ballpark. Back on this goes De Asa, and Jason Rogers has cleared at 409 and the doubly high wall. It is almost impossible to do, and now Poppy and Rogers go back-to-back, and it is 8-0. That is a monumental shot off the bat of Jason Rogers. That said, the ball is carrying tonight, so it would behoove the Barnstormers to get it in the air. And with something on it, and they can get some extra base hits, maybe come back, try to. Jake Skoll is the batter. He's walked twice and scored twice. Lancaster down by 8. Breaking ball, circles back and gets the plate. It is 0-1 on Skoll. 2 outs in the inning thanks to the double play. Taggart delivers 0-1. The next attempt misses. Skoll is in there at a ball and a strike. Taggart has walked 6. He's given up 4 hits and 8 runs. Bullpen empty for the Barnstormers. It has to be. Outside. And now to Skoll. It is 2 balls and 1 strike. 3 homers tonight by Gastonia. At the outset of this series, I said this ball club could be dangerous in this ballpark, and it's happened. 3-1. Again, Taggart is away. I have him for 88 pitches at this point. 3-1. That's elevated on the right side toward foul ground. Galen is over near the bullpen bench. She'll make the catch. That will end it, but the home runs produce 2 more for Gastonia as Poppy and Rogers go back-to-back. No errors, nobody left on base. We're through 3.5. It is 8-0 Gastonia.
For the youth of our area, the Barnstormers are offering a wide variety of camps throughout the summer to teach everyone some tips on baseball and softball. Camps are offered to kids as young as 4 and as old as 12. Some even involve the parents. They run from June 15 all the way through August 28. For more information, go to LancasterBarnstormers.com and click on the Clinics tab. All presented by Orthopedic Associates of Lancaster.
Pennsylvanians are creating their own soundtrack. Thanks to PA Lottery Scratch-Offs, excitement's back. Pennies, nickels, dimes, or quarters, no matter your choice, scratching's always in order. With big top prizes and second chance drawings, thrills await. They're out there calling. If it's excitement you seek and you're looking for action, play the PA Lottery. And keep on scratching. Must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
Blake Galen to start off the home fourth for the Barnstormers. He wrapped sharply into one of the 3-6, as they call it, reverse force double plays we have seen so far tonight, one on either side. Galen, Robinson, Dugan due up for the Barnstormers here in the home half of the 4th inning. William Kerwin delivers, and again, Galen rips it down the first base line. This one, however, is foul, and it's 0-1 to the Barnstormers' first baseman. Kerwin has allowed 2 singles to this point. He has walked 1, and he has struck out 1. He has been able to, for the most part, stay out of trouble. And I have him for 43 pitches the first 3 innings. To Galen, here comes the 0-1. Blake with a foul ball that knocks the mask off of Armindo Escobar. Stripped it right off his face. He seems to be okay. Catchers get used to that. 0-2. It's unimaginable that virtually the entire homestand has gone by without Blake hitting that 100th career Barnstormer home run. He led the league in home runs in his 7th season here back in 2018. 0-2. He looks at a fastball upstairs. Ball 1, 2 strikes. Barnstormers trailing by 8. They were in the game here last night until the latter innings. Galen chased out of the box by a inside offering, and it's now 2-2. It was 3-3 going into the 5th, and still 6-3 for a while. Galen swings and lifts it to right field. Does he have enough of it? Back on this goes Powell. Powell leaping over the wall, and it's happened. It's finally happened. Blake Galen, number 100, to the TEC backyard, and it's finally been done. We knew it was coming sooner or later. It took until the 13th game of the season, remarkably enough, but Blake Galen gets one out. Boog Powell, a leaping try at the fence in front of the TEC backyard. Couldn't draw that one back in. I thought he was going to go Michael Kraus there for a second. Kraus, as you may recall, took one away from Casey Hobson at that same fence. First pitch is a strike on Trayvon Robinson. It is 0-1. Robinson grounded out, 3 unassisted, back in the 2nd inning. Kerwin's next offering, bounded foul. It is 0-2. in the weird world in which we are living, Galen had the first save of the year before the first home run. Never in a million years dreamed that would have happened. Didn't think he would go to the 13th game. 0-2. Robinson with a smash and a base hit into left field. Great piece of two-strike hitting for Trayvon. The Barnstormers are beginning to feel it here tonight. The question is, how much can they get back, how quickly? They're not at a point where they can say, let's get one or two at a time. No, they need a big inning somewhere. Kelly Dugan, caught looking at a third strike back in the second inning, will come to the plate. Dugan has had a decent homestand here. Robinson leads off first base. Nobody out against Kerwin here in the fourth inning. And it is taken on the inside corner for a strike. It's 0-1. The second time through the order, the Barnstormers have been able to come to life against Kerwin, and sometimes that can happen, especially against a younger pitcher. 3 out of the 4 the second time through with base hits, and now Dugan drives it out the left center field, but Powell, as he has this whole series, had Dugan played well. So another well-struck ball, but it's the first out of the inning. Blake Aleman steps in. He lined to the leaping shortstop Jordan Howard back in the second inning. It's an 8-1 ball game. The spheroid is flying here tonight on a warm and somewhat muggy evening. Aleman with one out, runner at first base. He tries to dig down and lift one up and misses. 0-1 from University of Pittsburgh product, William Kerwin. Off the inside part of the plate, 1-1. Kerwin went to a high school in Virginia, Freedom High School, where my family has some friends. One ball, one strike. Little looper out to left. Jordan Howard can't play this one, and Aleman settles the score. First time up, he hit the ball a whole heck of a lot harder and was denied. Here, a little pitching wedge out in the left. First and second, one out. Melvin Mercedes to the plate. He flied to left his first trip. The Barnstormers have the stage set for a bit of a rally here. Robinson at second, Aleman at first. Lancaster has actually out-hit Gastonia in the game, 5-4 now. Question of the walks and a question of the timing of the hits. High to Melvin for a ball, 1-0. Kerwin on the ropes here in the fourth inning. Can the Barnstormers cash in? They don't need to get all 8 back, but they could use to get a couple more here. Runners take their leads, 1-0. Mercedes, ground ball through to right field. He's got a base hit. Robinson will be held at third as the ball is recovered by Poppy in a hurry, and you don't want to take any gambles with the short dimension to right field here. Not when you're down by 7 runs. They are loaded for Anderson De La Rosa. De La Rosa grounded to short back in the third inning. A result that is not needed at the moment. Anderson has not batted so far this year with the bases loaded. He is 4 for 9 with runners in scoring position. The hits need to keep coming for Lancaster. They have 6 against Kerwin. De La Rosa to the plate with Robinson at third, Aleman at second. Mercedes is now aboard at first. His hitting streak is alive at 8 games and his on-base streak at 13. Way up there for ball 1 on De La Rosa. We'll see how long Moro Gazzo sticks with Kerwin if he gets into deeper trouble here in the fourth inning. Dugan hit the ball well. He is the one out. 1-0. Ball 2 down and away. Significant advantage to Anderson De La Rosa. who's had the only 4-hit game by a Barnstormer yet this season. Rondon is on deck. Lancaster looking for a few more runs out of this opportunity. De La Rosa swings and rolls it to second. The shovel toss to short, Howard back to first, and they turn the double play to get out of the inning. Again, all a question of the timing of the base hits, and for that, the Barnstormers not right there tonight. 1 run here on 4 hits with no errors, 2 men stranded at the end of 4 here at Clipper Magazine Stadium. Gastonia 8 and the Barnstormers 1.
We're saying a very special happy anniversary to Howard and Kathy Snoke.
Did you know that the 2021 Lancaster Barnstormers Club has 2 players headed to the Summer Olympic Games in Tokyo, Japan? That's right, our own Blake Galen and Jared Lakin are on their way to the Olympics as members of Team Israel. To help celebrate our 2 Olympians, Clipper Magazine Stadium will play host as Team Israel will take on the Susquehanna Valley Stars at noon on Saturday, July 17th as part of their training camp before heading to the Tokyo Games. For ticket information, go to LancasterBarnstormers.com's events link.
There are those who say,
leave well enough alone.
If it isn't broken, don't fix it.
You don't mess with success.
while others have something quite different to say. The Lexus RX, with dynamic handling and available 12.3-inch touchscreen. It's the best-selling luxury crossover of all time. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
Emmanuel Tapia leads off the fifth for Gastonia. He's reached on a fielder's choice and a walk, 0 for 1 officially in the game. The right-hander Danny Taggart into the motion. His pitch is skied to center. Jogging in, Deasa camps underneath, has a wait and makes the catch. 1 pitch, 1 out. That's the way we like it. Saleh will step in. He's hit a grand slam and is struck out. He went down looking back in the third inning. One of 3 strikeouts in the game for Taggart. 2 have been called. Jordan Howard, the on-deck batter. Taggart's motion, drops a breaking ball across. It is 0-1. Barnstormers had the opportunity in the 4th inning to strike big, and then the double play ball. Now Saleh lifts one deep right field, and the home run ball continues to plague the Barnstormers on this homestand. Saleh with his 2nd of this game. He is the 3rd Honey Hunter with a multi-home run game on this homestand. Rashad Crawford had one in the York series, and then you go back to High Point. Logan Morrison with a 2 home run game. Jordan Howard comes to the plate 0 for 2 with a run batted in. The run has been picked up by Gastonia again. Foul ball back by Howard. It is 0-1. The Barnstormers have still out-hit Gastonia in the game, but 4 of 5 Gastonia hits have been home runs. And The big one of those followed a trio of walks and an error in the first inning. Jordan Howard batting 1-1. Grounded foul past the first base coaching box for a 1-ball, 2-strike count. The Barnstormers bullpen is still empty. Ross has to conserve it for a game where the Barnstormers are closer. 1-2, and Howard yanks one into the last section of seats down the right field line. Continuing count at a ball and 2 strikes. Beautiful night for a ball game out here. Sun's been in and out of the cloud banks. Inside, ball 2. Turning around Howard, it's now a 2-ball and 2-strike count with Adrian Gomez, the second baseman, scheduled to follow. The Barnstormers are swinging the bats perfectly all right. They're not timing the hits well. And now Howard tries to swing up, and he lifts a shallow pop fly to center, slamming the bat down in disgust at the result as De Aza comes in to make the grab. 2 outs. Adrian Gomez will head to the plate. He is 1 for 2.
Second baseman Adrian Gomez.
Saleh with a pair of home runs. Poppy and Rogers go back-to-back. Lancaster trails 9-1. Upstairs from the right-hander Taggart. Ball 1, no strikes. Ross may look for Taggart to get through 6 innings tonight. Ground ball right side off the end of the bat. Comes up cleanly for Mercedes. An easy play for Melvin. That will end the inning, but Saleh adds another run for Gastonia on the solo shot. Nobody is left on base. We're halfway through regulation tonight. At the end of 4.5 innings, Gastonia leads by the score of 9-1.
So close. Chicken number 2.
You can enjoy a night at the ballpark and help out the United Way of Lancaster County. All you have to do is spend 3 hours as an usher during a Barnstormers home game, and the ball club will donate $20 in your name to the United Way program of your choice. Be a friendly face, have fun, and raise money for your favorite local charity. To sign up, go to the LancasterBarnstormers.com website and head to the community link, and we'll see you at the ballpark.
When everyone has a different craving, Wickerman's Meals to Go has it all. All right now, all in one delivery. Pizza with the kids' favorite toppings. A delicious sub made the way you love. Fresh sushi for the whole group, and so much more. It's how busy people get busy eating the meals they love. Order on the Meals to Go app or at mealstogo.com to make everyone happy. Wegmans Meals to Go. All your favorite meals, all in one delivery.
Clay Luis Rondon leads off the bottom of the 5th inning. Rondon with a base hit into right center field in the 3rd. As I said, came into tonight batting 159. He just doesn't seem like a guy whose average would be that low. Here's the pitch to him. It is up, ball 1 and no strikes. He doesn't have a lot of clout, but he generally puts the ball in play with something on it. 1-0 to him from right-hander William Kerwin. Both starters have remained in the game. Ground ball off the end of the bat and under the glove of shortstop Jordan Howard. The Barnstormers catch a break as we open up the bottom of the 5th inning. An error charged to Howard. Alejandro De Aza will come to the plate. De Aza has grounded out and he has slapped the single up the middle. He's hit safely in every game here. Barnstormers continue to have base runners, but can they take advantage of them? Second night in a row, the Barnstormers have given up 4 home runs, and it's really tough to overcome that. Ball one missing to De Aza. Gindel is on deck, and then Galen, who has hit the Barnstormers home run tonight, his career 100th in a Lancaster uniform. Ground ball, second base. The shovel toss from Gomez to Howard, back to first, and they have turned their third double play in 5 innings. 4-6-3. 2 are down, and Caleb Gindel will step in. Kerwin is pitching a brilliant game with the lead. He has walked only 1. He has struck out 1. He's working to contact, and he'll allow base hits. And he has Lancaster with a total of 6. Gindel has the lone walk. That was all the way back in the first inning. He's also grounded out. And he sizzles one past the first baseman, Rogers, and down into the corner. Racing after it is Poppy. On to second goes Gindel. He'll be in standing with a 2-bagger. Third double of the season for Caleb Gindel. The Barnstormers with their 7th hit. Here is Galen. Lancaster is swinging the bats all right, but the last couple of nights the runs haven't been coming. They had 9 hits, but only 3 runs last night. 7 hits this evening. They've only put 1 man across the plate, and that was on the Galen homer. Blake with a swing and a pop-up on the left side. The shortstop, Howard, signaling for it. He'll make the catch. Pitching to contact has been the secret tonight for William Kerwin. He is through 5, the 5th inning, no runs, 1 hit, 1 error. 1 man left on base. We are done with 5 at Clipper Magazine Stadium. The scoreboard reads the Gastonia Honey Hunters 9 and the Lancaster Barnstormers 1.
We are finally back enjoying Barnstormers baseball. I'm Adam Gocknauer from Gocknauer Appliances and thrilled to be sponsoring Barnstormers baseball yet again. We also wanted to thank all of you for your incredible support for our business during the pandemic. We are so happy to still be here helping you with the best brand names and the best prices of major appliances in the area. Enjoy the game, and we will continue to service you now and into the future. Gocknauer Appliances in East Petersburg and on the web at gocknauers.com.
Like craft beers? Then the best place to be in Lancaster is Clipper Magazine Stadium. That's right, celebrate baseball or just a night with your friends at the Broken Bat Deck down the right field line. The Broken Bat features more than 20 local craft breweries plus product from a local winery. Food including Otto's Meatballs is sold off a pub-style menu. So get together, hang out with your friends, or make some new ones. Enjoy a night of craft beer sampling along with a Barnstormers game.
Armindo Escobar leads off the 6th inning for Gastonia. He has struck out. He has walked so far tonight. Danny Taggart remains on the hill, and he's thrown 100 pitches. Number 101 gets wrapped foul up onto the hillside. Down the left field line, 0-1 the count on Escobar. 100 pitches or thereabouts. On the Atlantic League scoreboard tonight, York at Southern Maryland and Lexington at West Virginia both rained out. The only other game in progress, High Point is up 4-2 over Long Island. They are playing the top of the 5th inning. One-time Barnstormer Luke Westfall is on the hill for the Rockers. Breaking ball is good. It's 1-2 on Escobar. The target is set by De La Rosa. The pitch sails high and outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes, and the bullpen is still empty. Dig into the in-game box here for a second. It gives the running pitch counts. I think it's 1 or 2 behind. Fouled away. Escobar stays in. 2-2, the remaining count on the right-handed batter. And it has Taggart for 106. I've got him for 105. Breaking ball just spins back the outer past the outer edge. Full count. Now that was a pitch. The electronics will call a ball because it's a ball, but you get a 9-1 game, an umpire might give it to Taggart. 3-2 is lifted to shallow left. Rendon sprinting back. Robinson coming in. Trayvon dives, and he's got it. Nice play by Trayvon Robinson. Put a star by that one in the scorebook. And we have 1 out in the top half of the 6th inning. Rendon got back there a long way, too. The ball had some pretty good hang time to it down the left field line. Trayvon Robinson, who had some leg issues last week, you could tell they're all cleared up, or for the most part cleared up, with that long run after the pop fly from Escobar. Here is Boog Powell, who has walked tonight, lined out, and wrapped sharply into a 3-6 double play. Ball 1 outside and low, 1-0 the count to Powell. Mike Poppy, the right fielder, waits on deck. Lancaster with more hits, 7-5, but they trail 9-1, and there's another drive down the right field line, but this one was hooked foul. Powell batting at 1-1. Poppy's on deck. 2 home runs for Solly tonight. Poppy has 1, and Rogers hit one to a part of the ballpark where you don't generally see them go. Second strike called on the inside corner to Powell. It's 1-2 from Danny Taggart. Wind up, and the backdoor breaking ball doesn't work. Powell bats at 2-2. A lot of room in right center for Powell. Deaza cheating toward left center. Swing and a foul at the plate. He just fought that one off. De La Rosa unable to make the play. Two balls, 2 strikes, the continuing count. And Ross Peoples is going to continue to ride Danny Taggart tonight to try to realign his bullpen. He's in the 1-teens. It's a Powell popped up behind the plate. De La Rosa peers around, but no play. Still 2-2. Target is set, and Taggart misses De La Rosa entirely. Ball slipped out of his hand, and we get to 3-2. That could be an indication of fatigue, and with that last pitch, the Barnstormers bullpen springs into action. Ball 4 is inside. Powell gets the walk. That is the 6th given up by Taggart. Mike Poppy will come to the plate. Looks like Junior Rincon beginning to throw in the Barnstormers bullpen. 1 out, 1 on as Poppy steps in here in the top of the 6th inning. Lancaster has replenished its pitching staff in terms of bodies, but not in terms of experience. Been able to find a lot of the youngsters coming in here, like 22-year-old Augie Silk we saw last night, and the local product 23-year-old Gavilan Fogarty Harnish. Taggart, strike to the inside corner on Poppy. It is 0-1. One or two more veterans needed on this pitching staff. A check swing and it's low. Mike Poppy dealing with a 1-ball and 1-strike count. .84 degrees, our game time temperature here tonight. Taggart is up and away now, 2-1, and this young fella looks gassed. And I think Ross ultimately will be appreciative of the job that has been turned in tonight by Danny Taggart. He has really battled out there, 3-1. He's walked 7, allowed 5 hits, 9 runs, 8 earned. But he has gotten Ross 16 outs. And the outs are precious. It can set the Barnstormers up for a weekend against a divisional opponent. Line foul down toward the Lancaster bullpen. It's 3-2. One of the more intriguing personalities on this Barnstormers club we haven't gotten to talk about very much. He's the bullpen catcher. That's what his role has been. Robert Rosado, who is a gym owner, a businessman, an expert in body mechanics and movement, kinesiology, and catching bullpens. He hasn't gotten to play in a game yet. I've tried to get him in there, but I've been mistaken. Misidentification. And a fabulously outgoing human being with the warmth for 10 people. Ground ball up the middle, a base hit into center, around second, and then holding on as Powell. Poppy is on board. First and second for Jason Rogers, who has wrecked Lancaster pitching this series. And now Anya Holmberg is going to go out there with Ross Peoples as Danny Taggart has worked in the mid-120s on his pitch count here this evening. I am told that Galen's home run ball has been retrieved and being held for him in the bullpen is 100th, and there will be a presentation for Blake when we get back home. Right now, the conference is on the mound. I can't see where Danny Taggart could possibly have much more in that right arm, that right shoulder tonight. He is coming off with Anya, and Rincon will have as long as he wants to warm up because of the injury timeout. 5 1/3 innings for Danny Taggart tonight, and he did the best that he could do. 6 hits, and to this point, 9 runs, 8 earned. We're going to take a break with the pitching change in the works. It is 9-1 Gastonia, and we're back in a moment.
72 years and 4 generations and still going strong. We are Gochnauer Appliances in East Petersburg, and we want to be your appliance store now and into the future. We sell all the best brand names of appliances at the very best prices. We also deliver, install, and service what we sell. Shop local and with your 4th-generation hometown appliance store. Come to Gockenauer Appliances and see what a great appliance purchase experience is all about. You can even shop from home now at Gockenauers.com. Thanks for your support.
When everyone has a different craving, Wegmans Meals to Go has it all. All right now, all in one delivery. Pizza with the kids' favorite toppings. A delicious sub made the way you love. Fresh sushi for the whole group, and so much more. It's how busy people get busy eating the meals they love. Order on the Meals to Go app or at mealstogo.com to make everyone happy. Wegmans Meals to Go. All your favorite meals all in one delivery.
Danny Taggart done for the night, and taking over on the mound will be Junior Rincon. Rincon is actually coming off a couple of days off here. He had been terribly overused, but now has not pitched this series. His last appearance Sunday against the York Revolution. So Ross is able to get him in there tonight, at least to try and finish out this inning. Rincon had been very busy, 6 appearances, covering 9 1/3 innings. Now, he's walked 10 and struck out 6, giving up just 5 hits and 3 earned runs. Rincon taking over with Powell at second, Poppy at first, 1 gone in the top of the 6th inning. The game tonight is not going along at a bad pace by any stretch of the imagination, and there is at least the possibility we could see our first sub-3-hour game of the year. But if you're on the Barnstormer side, you don't necessarily want that right now. You'd like to be able to spend an extra amount of time this evening, an extra half an hour or so, putting together a rally and overcoming this large deficit. Jason Rogers, the batter. He has hit his 3rd home run in the last 2 nights, and this one the most impressive, clearing the double tier of signs out in left center field. It's about 12 feet in height and 400-plus feet away from the plate. 409 at the deepest point. First pitch from Rincon is a strike taken. It is 0-1. So again, Taggart, 6 hits, 7 walks, a couple of wild pitches, 3 strikeouts. And to this point, 9 runs, 8 earned. These 2 men are his responsibility. There's the great Rincon breaking ball for strike 2. He has a wonderful slow curve. 0-2 to Rogers with Jake Skoll waiting on deck. Junior Rincon comes back. 0-2 is in the dirt, saved by De La Rosa. Ball 1 and 2 strikes. Junior Rincon, born and raised in the Dominican Republic, lives like so many do now in Florida. And haven't been too many visas given out, so foreign-born players can get into the country this year. That also has depleted the ranks of available players. 1-2 to Rogers. Rincon with the breaking ball, and this is fought away. The count stays at 1-2. Robinson, Dugan, and Alamond are scheduled in the bottom of the inning. Well, the Barnstormers with their fair share of hits once again. 1-2 from Rincon. Breaking ball, bounce back to the hill. Rincon is going to go to Rondon. 1, back to Galen, and that gets past Blake, and it's going to allow another run to score. Across is Powell on the error. Safe at first on the fielder's choice is Rogers. The error will be charged to Rondon, allowing Powell to cross the plate. You can't assume the double play. Rincon looked at third base initially and then realized, wait, I've got a double play possibility. But by then, he made Rondon rush slightly. Still a bad throw. Poppy is out 1-6 on the force. E6 allowing the run to score. Rogers safe on a fielder's choice. No RBI. And the first pitch to Skoll misses. It is ball 1-0. The timing was just off. And how a ball hammered foul. Low bridge the first base coach, who still refuses to get up. Here. Finally out of the crouch. 1-1. Grazes the outside corner for a second strike. We're in a 10-1 ball game. The Barnstormers guilty of their second error, and for the moment anyway, this run is unearned. The 10th charge to Taggart. Rincon had the comeback, or he had the double play right there. The Barnstormers unable to convert it. Here's the 1-2. Skoll gets the breaking ball and takes a late swing and fouls it away, straight back. We stay at a ball and 2 strikes. 6th inning of baseball tonight. Gastonia has scored in 5 of the 6 to this point. The Rockers scored in 4 innings last night and 6 innings in game 1 of the series. This, by the way, is the 6th consecutive game where the Barnstormers have given up double figures. Swing and a miss. The throw has to go down to first. Skoll is retired 2-3. Rincon gets the job done, but 1 run does score because of the error. 1 hit, 1 error, 1 left. Bottom of the 6th. On its way from Clipper Magazine Stadium. It is 10-1 Gastonia.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go get him, Mad Max. Oh, Silo, a little behind. Max for the fastest speeds. We go with T-Mobile or...
Localflavor.com, local flavor. Localflavor.com, local flavor.
Excuse me. Are you saying localflavor.com?
Oh, yeah, it's where I save big bucks on all kinds of things. Home improvement projects, dining out, family fun, electronics, jewelry, clothing. I even bought my wife a fancy spa package for half price.
Half price?
Yep, you know all the deals you find in Clipper Magazine.
I love Clipper Magazine.
Well, they're all on localflavor.com too. And you can get them right on your phone thanks to localflavor.com's mobile app. Here, take a look.
Well, this app is amazing. Look at all these restaurants, amusement parks, car washes, fitness centers. This is worth sharing about.
Exactly. Localflavor.com online, the Local Flavor mobile app, and Clipper Magazine together. It's like a triple play.
Do the cheer again. I'm in.
Localflavor.com, local flavor. Come on, everybody! Localflavor.com, local flavor. Localflavor.com, local flavor.
Trayvon Robinson starts off the home 6th against William Kerwin. And you look at Kerwin's numbers, he's actually missed with 28 pitches in this game. However, he's only walked 1. First pitch is high, ball 1 to Robinson. Trayvon is 1 for 2. Right-hander back into his windup. Fouled to the third base side by Trayvon. It is 1 ball and 1 strike. Robinson now has hit safely in the last 8 games that he has started. He had a couple of pinch hitting appearances where he went 0 for 1. Ground ball foul over toward the first base dugout. Kerwin has him at a ball and 2 strikes. Infielders are well back against Robinson. The 1-2 is on the way. Outside and low, and Escobar fails to scoop it. Trayvon Robinson batting at 2 balls and 2 strikes. On to Southern Maryland tomorrow. I said we were facing Brandon Barker. That was the scheduled starter, but with the rain out tonight, that could change. 2-2. Robinson just glances that one foul, and he hangs in. A lot of discussion around the ballpark, around the club, around the front office about the length of games that we have been experiencing. Part of it is that the Barnstormers are loaded with patient hitters, especially in these 2, 3, 4 spots. Gindle, Galen, Robinson can all work the count really well. The 2-2, bouncing ball down the line at third and just foul. Robinson almost crept one past Saleh, who was well off the line against the switch hitter batting left. Just went foul, says Scott Hart. Ross Peoples had a very good view of it, and he did not complain about the call. Continuing at 2-2 to Robinson. 10-1, Gastonia leading in the bottom of the 6th inning. Our friends from Blue Ridge covering a high school playoff game tonight. They couldn't be here. I am solo on the YouTube channel. Ball 3 is inside and low. Robinson has worked this at bat, the pitch number 8. Case in point about the, in a sense, quality of the Barnstormers offense leading to the prolonged games. Robinson awaiting the 3-2. Kerwin delivers ball 4 inside and low. Second walk gained by the Barnstormers hitters tonight. Kelly Dugan will come to the plate. Double plays have killed the Lancaster Barnstormers offensively tonight. They have hit into 3. Galen in the first, De La Rosa in the 4th, and Deasa in the 5th. We're going to have looks like a pinch runner at first base. Devon Torrance will take over for Trayvon Robinson, so perhaps that leg is not 100%. And the Barnstormers also have gone to the bullpen, so that means the pitcher spot is supposed to come up next. Low to Rincon. He's batting for himself, so Dugan is the guy out of the game, which we thought. Torrance runs for Robinson. Rincon bats for himself and gets ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. As a hitter, Junior is 0 for 3 so far. He shows bunt and draws ball 3 from Kerwin, who might be fading here. 3 balls and no strikes. Torrance not being held by Rogers at first base. Rogers playing his shadow straight behind him. 3 balls and nothing, and Rincon likely to take this pitch. He does, and it's a strike on the outside corner. Rincon thought he had the walk. The electronic eye says otherwise. 3-1. Blake Aleman, the on-deck batter. Melvin Mercedes after that. The Barnstormers trying to narrow what is a fairly good-sized gap here in the bottom of the 6th inning. They're down 10-1, and now strike 2 also to Junior Rincon. 3 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out in the inning. Torrance wandering off first base, the payoff pitch, ground ball right side, and that is speared by Rogers. They'll get the out at second. Back to first isn't in time. Heck of a play by Jason Rogers, diving almost backwards. He gets the lead runner Torrance. Rincon safe at first, and Blake Alamond steps in. Alamond has hit the ball hard once and softly once, and he got the base hit on the soft one. Little chip shot out the left. He hit a ringing line drive in which he was robbed by a leaping Jordan Howard the first time up. Alamond takes down and in for a ball. It's 1-0. Gastonia with a 5-run first. The Honey Hunters haven't looked back. They've now scored 36 runs in the series. Upstairs, we go to 2-0. Not sure how much longer we're going to see William Kerwin. He's had just one 1-2-3 inning, and the pitches are beginning to pile up for him, but there's no throwing activity in the Gastonia bullpen. Inside low, that hits Blake, so he's going to toss the bat away. Rincon moves ahead to second, and Mercedes will come to the plate. I say there's no throwing activity in the Gastonia bullpen. There is movement, and for the first time tonight, Reggie Harris is going to head to the mound to talk things over with Kerwin. Reggie was supposed to be with Butch in Chicago a couple of years back. That fell through. But they've known each other for a good while. They were both part of the Red Sox farm system in the late 80s and early 90s. Reggie Harris, his manager Goose Gazzo, and I all have something in common. We all spent time in Lynchburg. Gazzo was there with the Mets in either 85 or 86, I can't remember. And then Reggie and I were together in 1988 with the Lynchburg Red Sox. And the tie to those two things was the same pitching coach. Low to Melvin Mercedes for a ball. It is 1-0. And that was the legendary, especially if you knew him, Jim Bibby. 1-0. Ground ball right side, and that is through for a base hit. They're going to wave the runner. A throw cut off by Rogers, and a throw in behind Alamond. He's back in. Mercedes singles in Rincon. Junior doesn't get to run the bases like that all that much, but he scores, and it's now 10-2 with Anderson De La Rosa coming in. And the amazing season for Melvin Mercedes continues. This is his 7th multiple-hit game. He started the night 8th in the league in batting, but tops in base hits. And the reason I have to think that he was only 8th in the league in batting, quite simply, is that a lot of the players ahead of him, including Anderson De La Rosa, don't have enough at-bats. The filters are not set right by the Major League Baseball Statistics Office. A strike is in there on De La Rosa. Alamond, the runner at second. Mercedes aboard at first. De La Rosa's hit 2 ground balls, the second of which resulted in a double play, high and inside. Anderson De La Rosa at a ball and a strike. Action is starting. A left-hander, and generally at this point of the game, that's probably Goko for Gastonia. Tall lefty at 6'8". Swing and a miss. De La Rosa fishing for one down low. It may not be. It doesn't look big enough from here to be Goko. Robbie Scott and Donnie Hart usually used in late innings. 2-2, another pitch down low. But just like Danny Taggart, Kerwin now has exceeded, by my count anyhow, 100 pitches for the game. Yeah, I am incorrect, I guess. In on the hands, fouled away. Oh, I know what I did. So he's in the 90s. I had one inning twice. 2 balls, 2 strikes to De La Rosa. Rondon is on deck, and this is lifted to shallow right center field. Boog Powell makes the call and the catch out there. De La Rosa's retired. Rondon will step in. Rondon 1 for 2. He's been on base both times, however. Gastonia with a 10-2 advantage, bottom half of the 6th inning. The Barnstormers are still out there grinding, despite giving up 10 or more runs for the 6th consecutive game and the 7th time in the last 8. I can't remember any stretch like this, even back in the early days when this was a real high-octane league with offense ahead of pitching. But to give up double figures 6 games in a row, unthinkable. Foul back by Rondon. It is 0-1. Ross doing what he can to stabilize the pitching staff. But this homestand just got off on the wrong foot when Brooks Hall's contract was purchased the afternoon he was supposed to start against York in the home opener. And that caused ripple effects of instability all the way through this staff, and this homestand has not been pretty at all. Ross is trying to rebuild the Jenga game, but the pitching Jenga has come crashing down all through this homestand. 1-2 now on Rondon. Aleman and Mercedes, the base runners, here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. De Asa is on deck. Cleo stays alive. A foul ball into the screen. This is a long inning for Kerwin. His pitch total is now in the middle 90s. He's given up 8 hits and 2 walks in 5 2/3 innings. He's hit a batter. There's been an error behind him. The Barnstormers have had 12 base runners. The double plays have hurt. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Rondon. Here is the set by Kerwin. The pitch inside and low and pounced on by Escobar. 2 balls, 2 strikes. These two clubs do not get together again for a while. And in fact, they're just about done for the summer. There's only one more series against the Honey Hunters coming up. It will be here. Lancaster has 25 games left against Long Island, 24 against Southern Maryland, and 22 against York. We'll primarily be seeing those teams. Most of the rest of the way outside, Rondon is forced to full count. 3-2. De Asa waiting on deck. The way De Asa has hit so far for the Barnstormers, I just stacked the entire defense toward the middle of the field. Everything has been left center to right center. 3-2 pitch. Rondon gets ball 4 off the outside corner. The Honey Hunters wanted that one. Escobar was about to toss the ball back out to the mound and head to the dugout. Here comes Gazzo with De Asa, man he knows pretty well from New Britain 2 years ago, about to step in. The signal goes to the bullpen. William Kerwin has given his club 5 2/3 innings here tonight, yielding 8 hits and 3 walks. He has struck out only 1. And with the pitching change in the works, a lefty coming in, and now that I get a better gaze, I do believe this is the 6'8 lefty, TJ Goko. We'll let you know When we come back, it is 10-2, and we're going to pause for this.
72 years and 4 generations and still going strong. We are Gochnauer Appliances in East Petersburg, and we want to be your appliance store now and into the future. We sell all the best brand names of appliances at the very best prices. We also deliver, install, and service what we sell. Shop local and with your 4th-generation hometown appliance store. Come to Gochnauer Appliances and see what a great appliance purchase experience is all about. You can even shop from home now at Gochnauers.com. Thanks for your support.
When everyone has a different craving, Wegmans Meals to Go has it all. All right now, all in one delivery. Pizza with the kids' favorite toppings. A delicious sub made the way you love. Fresh sushi for the whole group, and so much more. It's how busy people get busy eating the meals they love. Order on the Meals to Go app or at mealstogo.com to make everyone happy. Wegmans Meals to Go. All your favorite meals all in one delivery.
Left-hander TJ Goko has come on for Gastonia. He inherits loaded bases, left behind by William Kerwin. 2 men are out. And Alejandro De Aza, left-handed batter all the way, is due. The 2 guys behind him are also both left-handed hitters. And Caleb Gindel and Blake Galen. It is 10-2. The Barnstormers looking for something special to happen. Given this chance here in the 6th inning as William Kerwin starts to show the signs of fatigue that plagued Danny Taggart in the top of the inning. De Aza will step in. He is 1 for 3 in tonight's ball game. Gastonia up big, 10-2. Kerwin departs after 99 pitches here tonight. On his own, he allowed 12 base runners, but just a couple of runs. Goko, 6 feet 8 inches tall, taking over against De Aza. The first pitch, Alejandro lines it right at Jason Rogers. L3 on the scorecard, and that will do it in the Lancaster 6th inning. It is 1 run on 1 hit, no errors. The Barnstormers strand 3. It is 8 now for the ball game. At the end of 6, Gastonia with the 10-2 cushion.
The Lexus NX is crafted to take on the modern adventure called life.
Alexa, what's the quickest route home?
With Amazon Alexa compatibility and the advanced Lexus safety system, the Lexus NX is modern utility for the modern world. Because modern obstacles require modern solutions. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
Amazon Alexa and all related logos are trademarks of Amazon.com Inc. or its affiliates. Not all Amazon Alexa functionality is available for in-vehicle use.
At Clipper Magazine Stadium, we have hot dogs and popcorn, peanuts, soda, and nachos. But what if, say, you are only 3 months old and mom wants to have a night out and watch the Barnstormers? Well, thanks to May Grand Obstetrics and Gynecology, the littlest of Stormer fans now have a place to go for dinner during the game. Tots can take mom to the Little Sluggers dugout behind Section 13 at the stadium for a comfortable private feeding experience. A brightly painted room with comfortable furniture and TVs tuned to the game, it is the perfect spot for baby and mom during a night at the ballpark.
In what may be a first in the Atlantic League 2021, the Barnstormers are actually ahead of every other game. 2 are rained out, And they are only in the bottom of the 6th at Long Island as the Rockers lead the Ducks 4-2. TJ Goko leads off against Junior Rincon, and a ball sails past outside. Ball 1 and no strikes. Goko batting as the reliever, and he'll be left in the game by Mauro Gazzo. Swing and a miss. Goko all 6 feet 8 inches of him. Out of Chicago, Illinois, but lives in North Carolina. Looks at a Rincon pitch down low. It is 2-1. Lancaster with so many opportunities to put more runs on the board tonight. Swung on and missed. It's 2-2. Lancaster has stranded 8 base runners. Gastonia only 3. 2-2. Rincon misses. Ball 3 is down low. You want to put this one in the zone. You don't want to walk the opposing pitcher. Rincon scored a run in the bottom of the 6th, by the way. 3-2. He got him a swing and a miss. Second straight strikeout for Junior. He's gotten all 3 batters he's faced. Now here is Saleh, who is homered twice, including a grand slam.
Third baseman Joshua Saleh.
He struck out in between. Rincon will ultimately do well for this ball club. The stats at this point are fairly ugly, but he has been in games where he really had no business being. There is a ball high, 1-0 on his curveball. Got maybe stretched a little bit too thin at one point. 1-1. Well, actually, that's ball 2, I think. Scoreboard says 1-1, but I think the first pitch was called a ball. Maybe I'm mistaken. 1 out, nobody on. Rincon fires. This one clearly in the zone. And it's 2-1. Steve Zawiski swings around and signals upstairs that it is 2 balls and a strike. Rincon fires low and goes to 3-1. We have had 10 walks in the ball game tonight, so the numbers are down a bit from some of the previous ball games here on this homestand. 3-1 pitch met and fouled to the screen. We're 3-2. It's been a topic of discussion. Now, games are not involving the Barnstormers have averaged about 9 total walks, so it hasn't been terrible. That's a little high. Fouled away, 3-2, continuing on Saleh. But we've had some ridiculous numbers of walks on this homestand so far. And, of course, everybody has a theory, asking for an explanation, trying to figure it out. Ball 4 is high. The Barnstormers have walked their 8th. Lancaster's numbers in the base on balls category are almost unbelievable. That walk just given up by Junior Rincon is the 111th from this pitching staff in 113 1/3 innings. Nearly 1 an inning. Process that for a moment. On top of that, they have hit 15. Fouled away by Howard off the end of the bat. It's no balls and a strike. West Virginia has walked only 43. Lexington, 44. Gastonia, the other team with a high count, but not that bad. Ground ball back off Rincon. That hit him funny. Everybody is safe, and Rincon is down. This is the last thing that Ross Peoples needs. That ball came up and got Junior. It looks like he's okay, but Anya and Ross are headed out there. That ball skipped up. It looked to me like it got him in the shoulder, but it's possible that it actually came off his face on that one hopper back at him by Howard. First and second with one out when play resumes here. And we can just hope that Junior Rincon is all right. Comebacker hopped up on him, and it didn't hit his glove at all as far as I could tell, but it hit Rincon and stunned him. Howard with an infield base hit. Rincon is going to test it out here. Adrian Gomez, the second baseman, is the scheduled hitter. Rincon says he's all right. Ross Peoples breathing a sigh of relief on his way back to the dugout. Lakin is down. Granitz is down. It's going to be a number of days before we see either one. Ross is trying to work out a deal to get a pitcher in tomorrow. We do have the replacement for John DeZamba on the way tomorrow. We'll tell you this, it's the son of a longtime major leaguer. Ball is inside, 1-0 on Gomez. The player himself has not reached the major leagues, but his father was there for a number of years. Ball one and no strikes. Line to left center field. That is in for a base hit. Saleh is going to make the turn. Torrance throws into third, and that will be it. A run scores. Gomez with an RBI single, and that makes it 11-2. Saleh coming home on the base hit by Adrian Gomez. He picks up his 5th RBI of the year. Armindo Escobar is the scheduled hitter. He is 0 for 2 with a walk. Great play made by Trayvon Robinson against him in the top of the 6th inning. And then Robinson walked leading off the bottom of the 6th, and that was the end of the night for Trayvon. He came out for a pinch runner. Devon Torrance taking over. Nailed to center field. De Aza going back on this. De Aza reaching up. De Aza making the catch with his back turned to the plate. The runners hold. Escobar robbed for a second time by the Barnstormers outfield trio. 2 gone in the inning. And back to the top of the order and Boog Powell. Howard remaining at second. Gomez is at first base. Another walk coming home to score. Walks tonight for Gastonia have scored 6 of the runs. Homers have scored 4. High and tight to Powell on the fastball. It's 1-0. 11-2. Gastonia leading. Breaking ball or just straight change. One or the other drops nicely into the zone, and Powell bats at 1-1. Two balls and a strike. Again, the breaking ball from Rincon, and I guess that one stayed high. I've been sitting back here watching the ball strike calls tonight, and there have been very few that I thought would go another way. That was one of them. 3 balls and a strike. The count to Powell. First and second, 2 men gone. Rincon delivers. That's fouled off. The Barnstormers go just to Southern Maryland. Gastonia has to head all the way to Lexington from here. It's getting a little tougher to schedule this league sensibly. Runners take off, 3-2. In the air to left field, Devon Torrance back some paces, will be there for the catch. And Rincon minimized the damage here in the 7th inning. It's 1 run, 2 hits, no errors. Gastonia strands 2. Time for the 7th inning stretch tonight at Clipper Magazine Stadium with the score. The Gastonia Honey Hunters 11 and the Lancaster Barnstormers 2.
New to Clipper Magazine Stadium in 2021 is Otto's Hospitality. Otto's is totally committed to the fan experience, from quality to convenience to safety. And they are committed to Lancaster, using local food purveyors whenever possible. New menu items like homemade Brauhaus pretzels, Black Angus burgers, and Otto's meatballs are sure to make any Barnstormers game even more fun. Use self-ordering kiosks or your phone instead of waiting in the lines. That's Otto's Hospitality.
Pennsylvanians are creating their own soundtrack. Thanks to PA Lottery Scratch-Offs, excitement's back. Pennies, nickels, dimes, or quarters, no matter your choice, scratching's always in order. With big top prizes and second chance drawings, thrills await. They're out there calling. If it's excitement you seek and you're looking for action, play the PA Lottery. And keep on scratching. Must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
Caleb Gindel, Blake Galen, and Devon Torrance slated against TJ Goko as we open up the bottom of inning 7. Ball 1 is outside, 1-0. Gindel with a double down the first baseline back in the 5th inning. Officially tonight, he is 1 out of 2. He'll get a second ball from Goko. We run to 2 balls and no strikes. Caleb tries to turn on the 2-0, but he pulls it foul at a crooked angle. 2 balls and 1 strike to him. Goko in his 6th ball game. The numbers are not good. His ERA started the night at 13.5. Caleb takes ball 3 up. It is 3-1. It will be interesting when the Barnstormers take on Southern Maryland over the weekend. The Blue Crabs do not have a very good record, but they've got some individual players with very good numbers, especially on the pitching side. We'll see just what Stan has. Southern Maryland last in the league in hitting, batting just .225 as a team. 6th in the league in pitching, but they do have pitchers with some very respectable earned run averages. Darrell Thompson's won twice. It's amazing. Lancaster may not face him over the weekend. We weren't ticketed to. I don't know if the rainout will change that or not. Ball 4 is low. The walk total tonight is 12 as we play here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Blake Galen will step in. So here's Galen. 1 out of 3, but that was his historic 100th Barnstormers home run. Ball 1 missing to him from Goko. Switch hitter Devon Torrance in the on-deck circle. 1-0 pitch is outside. Galen has ball 2. It is 2 balls and nothing. Goko made 1 pitch and got the final out in the 6th with the bases loaded. But he's working himself into a jam here in the 7th as he misses again to Blake. 3-0. The motion, the pitch. Galen will take all the way. He looks at a strike. And now a 3-1 count. 11-2, Gastonia leading. Danny Taggart had a 1-2-3 inning in the second. There's a ball belted out the right field. Racing back on it is Poppy. He's got to play it off the boards. Galen will dash around to third. Gindel will dash to third. Galen on at first with the single. The Barnstormers continue to swing the bats all right. The runs aren't coming with them. Now, Devon Torrance will bat from the right side of the plate. Torrance is 1 for 5 as a right-handed batter. He's hitting .409 overall. Gindel at third, Galen at first. The Barnstormers have it set up here. Outside to Devon for ball 1, 1-0. And Ladarius Clark has emerged into the on-deck circle. He'll bat for Rincon. Defense looking to turn 2. They've already done it 3 times tonight. Torrance swats a foul to the right. 1 ball, 1 strike. Lancaster will be back home on the 27th. Check that, the 25th. The 27th is our next Blue Ridge 11 game. But the club will be back home on the 25th to take on West Virginia. Line drive, base hit, left center field for Torrance. Here comes Gindel, and it's now 11-3.
Now the Barnstormers just scored their 3rd run on the way to a front 7, and if we score 7 runs, all fans in attendance can
10 hits for the Barnstormers now in the game. Ladarius Clark will bat for Rincon. Rincon, save on a fielder's choice, scored a run. Galen's at second. Torrance is on at first. Devon Torrance has not been as hot on this homestand as he was on the opening road trip, but he is still able to get on base at a remarkable rate this season. It is Clark now, batting .344 with 5 homers. He's driven in 14. Goko serves it up. It is swung on and missed. Nobody out yet in this inning. 2 runners on, 1 run across. 11-3 the score. And Ladarius upstairs. Ball 1, strike 1. Blake Alemond waits on deck. Runners kind of just wandering around out there. The Barnstormers need to play for a big inning. Into the dirt on Clark, down around his feet. He got out of there. Escobar scooped the ball up and then tagged him. The Barnstormers have, for no apparent reason, may have just been falling into him. Clark tries to go the other way, but the ball is hit foul at a fairly good distance. Out of play by a lot, too. Down the right field line. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Lancaster has a right-hander throwing in the bullpen, and it looks like Gavilan Fogarty Harnish from the leg kick. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Clark. It is low, filling the count. 3-2 on Ladarius. Alemond will bat right-handed. Sol Mercedes. The switch hitters back-to-back there in the 6 and 7 slots. Clark awaits the payoff pitch. Goko ready to go, and it's cut on and missed. Now Clark is gone on strikes for the first out in the inning. And Blake Alemond heads to the plate. 1 for 2. He's also been hit by a pitch. Alemond started the night batting at .235. The delivery popped up as he got jammed. The shortstop, Howard, signaling for it, and they're going to have a double play. They lost track of the number of outs. The lead runner, Blake Galen, started coming around, but that pop-up was only going to be the second out of the inning. Oops. So a fourth double play turned by Gastonia tonight does the Barnstormers in here in the seventh inning. 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. 7 are in the books tonight with the score. The Honey Hunters 11 and the Barnstormers 3.
Bummer, the Barnstormers are on the road and you're looking for something to do. Clipper Magazine Stadium still has the answer for family fun. The summer movie series returns, presented by Lidl Supermarkets on selected nights throughout the summer season. Bring the kids out to the ballpark for family-friendly movies. For just $6.50 per person, you get to sit on the outfield grass and enjoy a film on the big screen in left center field. Showtime is 7 p.m. For more information and movie listings, go to LancasterBarnstormers.com and click on the events page.
You don't need to understand how available adaptive variable suspension works, or how pre-collision cameras detect pedestrians in low light. You don't need to understand any of the craft that went into the Lexus ES to feel it. With outstanding connectivity and standard Lexus Safety System Plus 2.0, experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
LSS Plus 2.0 and the pre-collision system with pedestrian detection are not a substitute for safe and attentive driving practice. See owner's manual for additional limitations and details.
Gavilan Fogarty Harnish takes over as the Barnstormers head into the top half of the eighth tonight, trailing 11-3. A lot of mistakes out there, but they just keep piling up on this ball club. The only thing is that the Barnstormers continue to swing the bats reasonably well. They're not scoring a lot of runs right now, but it's just tough to keep up with the 10, 11 or more nightly posted by the opposition. Lancaster won games over the weekend 11-10 and 12-11. This series has not been pleasant. 16-14 and then 10-3, and tonight it's 11-3. Mike Poppy leading off against Fogarty Harnish, his second appearance of the series. He worked 1 2/3 here 2 nights ago. Fogarty Harnish from Ephrata, known in this area, and ended up pitching at both Kutztown and Millersville. Told me earlier today, though, he was born in Tucson, Arizona. The pitch from the 23-year-old is slammed to deep right field, and there is the 5th home run of the night for Gastonia. It's now 12-3. Poppy with his second multi-home run game of the series. 5 long balls. The grand slam by Saleh in the first. Back-to-back shots by Poppy and Rogers in the fourth. Saleh again, a solo blast in the fifth. And now Poppy takes Fogarty Harnish deep here in the 8th inning. And that is the second time that's happened this week. Poppy connected off of the local righty here on Tuesday as well. To Jason Rogers, a strike on the outer corner. It's 0-1. Rogers has a home run tonight. Officially, he is 1 out of 3. 12-3 our score now. And Fogarty Harnish finds the outside corner again for strike 2. We don't have the American flag tonight out instead of it got tangled up in its moorings. And they're trying to get that all straightened out. It was out there earlier. Seemed to be okay. Either that or it's on the pole, but completely draped on the other side and out of view. Well, there it is. I pick it up now. 0-2 is popped up on the right side. Back is Mercedes, in is Gindel, and it's Caleb with the catch. Rogers is retired. Skoll stepping in. He's walked twice and scored twice officially. 0 for 2 on the night. Let's see how far along that other game is now. We're in the top of the 8th. The pitch, and there's a deep drive by Skoll. Back this one goes. If it's fair, it's gone. Well, if it was foul, it was gone too, but this one's another home run. That's 6 for Gastonia. Make it 13-3. Well, you're learning something here in some way, shape, or form. A learning experience. We're just putting kids in that do not have enough experience to be here. So TJ Goko is going to leave, and Will Johnson will bat, I think, for the first time in this series. We saw a fair amount of Johnson in Gastonia. Fogarty Harnish delivers, and that is swung on and missed. No balls and a strike. Johnson is 1 out of 14. He has a run batted in. Batting for Goko. Fogarty Harnish spins one off the outside corner. It's a ball and a strike. In on the hands, popped up, shallow left, Rondon darting back to make the catch. He is very, very strong on pop-ups. Maybe the best we've had other than Jason Bowers. 2 men are gone, and Joshua Saleh comes to the plate. 5 runs batted in on a pair of home runs for him. Gastonia has this ballpark down. They've got it down really well. And they have come in here and they have just battered this beleaguered Lancaster pitching staff. To Saleh low. Ball 1 and no strikes. Both lefty batters so far this inning have homered. Saleh tried, but he fouled it back. It is 1-1. There have been a couple of 3 home run games by opponents here. Ian Bladergrone most notably when he was with York. 1-1 on Saleh. Top half of the 8th inning in a 13-3 contest. A number on the third base side. Aliman charging. He'll get off a throw but have no play. An infield single for Saleh. That will bring on Jordan Howard, who is 1 for 4. Gastonia has scored in 7 innings in the ball game tonight.
The shortstop, Jordan Howard.
17 of 26 innings in this series they have scored. And the Barnstormers overall have given up runs in 33 different innings in the 6 games of this homestand. Ouch. fouled away. It's 0-1. And again, it got set up when the Brewers snagged Hall before the home opener. Swing and a miss for a second strike. It's 0-2. Gastonia had loaded up since we last saw them. Just getting Sucre and Powell has made a difference. To Howard, no balls and 2 strikes. Swung on and missed, so Fogarty Harnish able to end the inning with the strikeout, but 2 more Gastonia home runs, 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. Bottom of the 8th is coming up with the score. The Gastonia Honey Hunters 13 and the Lancaster Barnstormers 3.
Memories of the Barnstormers. Claire, tell me your favorite memory.
For the youth of our area, the Barnstormers are offering a wide variety of camps throughout the summer to teach everyone some tips on baseball and softball. Camps are offered to kids as young as 4 and as old as 12. Some even involve the parents. They run from June 15 all the way through August 28. For more information, go to LancasterBarnstormers.com and click on the Clinics tab. All presented by Orthopedic Associates of Lancaster.
Pennsylvanians are creating their own soundtrack. Thanks to PA Lottery Scratch-Offs, excitement's back. Pennies, nickels, dimes, or quarters, no matter your choice, scratching's always in order. With big top prizes and second chance drawings, thrills await. They're out there calling. If it's excitement you seek and you're looking for action, play the PA Lottery. And keep on scratching. Must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
Right-hander Matt Marcelli takes over as we get to the bottom half of the 8th inning tonight. Marcelli is originally from Johnson City, New York. He lives in the Charlotte area now. 6 feet tall and a 200-pounder. Grew up in Dallas, did Marcelli. Went to James Madison University in Harrisonburg, Virginia. On the way down to Gastonia, you drive right through James Madison. It's on both sides of Interstate 81. It's a beautiful campus. I know several young people who have gone there, and some of my friends in Virginia are JMU grads. Melvin Mercedes, the batter. He's 2 for 3, and the first pitch from Marcelli, who was dubbed the winning pitcher here 2 nights ago. There were a number of options that Marcelli got the victory. He gave up a run in an inning and a third in that wild 16-4 game. Mercedes is 2 for 3 in the game. Ball is low to him. It is 1-1. Keeping an eye on the clock. It's going to be tough to get this game in under 3. But we do have a shot. Things would really have to speed along here in the last inning and a half. Melvin Mercedes looks at a pitch upstairs. It is 2 balls and a strike. De La Rosa and Rondon slated to follow in the bottom of the 8th inning. The Barnstormers with 10 hits against Gastonia pitching tonight, but you can't keep up with 6 homers. Fastball is up. Mercedes is in there at 3 balls and a strike. 21 hits. He leads the league in that department. Close in doubles and extra base hits and total bases. He'll get a walk to start off the 8th inning. Walk number 5 drawn by the Barnstormers tonight. We've seen 13 in this game. That's mild compared to some of the other games on this homestand. De La Rosa will come to the plate. Anderson's 0 for 3 tonight. A 5-run first inning for Gastonia, and every time the Barnstormers get a run on the board, it's at least matched by the Honey Hunters the next half an inning. De La Rosa has to get the head out of the way at the last second. It wasn't as close as it looked like it was coming, and it's ball 1-0. Mercedes not held at all at first base by Rogers. Ball 2 missing high, and Marcilli is off the mark. Lancaster with a left-hander warming up down in the bullpen. Anderson, De La Rosa bats at 2-0. And it will now be 3-0 as the next one is upstairs also. Could be one of the position players because Augie Silk was used 3 innings last night. Tommy Shirley slated to start tomorrow. De La Rosa with a 4-pitch walk. The Barnstormers could get some markers back here. Reggie Harris out to talk to Marcilli. Rendon will bat from the left side of the plate. Yeah, I think we can forget getting it in under 3. 3 hours, 45 minutes, the average game time. It should be, in a good world, it would be an hour less than that. Mercedes and De La Rosa are the Barnstormers base runners. Clay Luis Rendon has not been retired tonight. He's singled, he has reached on an error, and he has drawn a walk. Officially 1 out of 2. Just trying to add to an inning here as the Barnstormers try to draw closer. Alejandro De Asa waits on deck to Rendon. It is high, ball 1. Marcilli has been consistently high to really all 3 hitters. A high to Melvin Mercedes at 5'6", a little different than high to Cleo Rendon at 6 feet. Ball 2 to Cleo, and it's, I think, 8 or 9 in a row that have missed high from Marcilli. 2 balls and no strikes with the runners out to their leads. Rendon takes ball 3. This one's inside, and Lancaster is 1 pitch away from having the bases loaded for De Asa. The Barnstormers have stranded 9 over the last 5 innings while putting 3 on the board. Rendon peers at a strike. Marcilli finds the range, and it is 3-1. Lancaster now has drawn 6 walks tonight, and Barnstormers hitters have struck out only twice. Here's the pitch. Rendon will look at strike 2. It's a full count. It's 13-3. Nobody's going anywhere on the bases. Not really much in the way of strategy to employ right now. If this were a 5 or 6-3 game, suddenly things would be really exciting. And a 3-2. Rendon swings and misses. Boy, did Marcilli come back to get him after falling behind 3-0 and looking like he was all out of sorts. Alejandro De Asa to the plate and 1 for 4. A single back in the 3rd inning for him. I had just said in the 6th inning I'd stack everybody up in the middle of the field against De Aza, and he pulled a line drive right to the first baseman, Rogers. De Aza batting, Gindel on deck, and Alejandro will stare at ball 1. That was inside. Four double plays, 3 regular ground ball double plays, and 1 pop-up that resulted in somewhat of a base running accident last inning. Blooper out to right field. That falls in for a base hit. Throw to second, and it is in time to get De La Rosa. It's a forced play, not a base hit. De Aza is safe at first, and the out 9-6 on Anderson De La Rosa. Caleb Gindel will be the hitter. Mike Poppy threw that from his backside. He was on the ground and got enough on it and on line for the force out. Caleb Gindel has walked twice. He has doubled. He has a run scored, 1 out of 2 on the official record for Caleb tonight. Mercedes at third, De Aza at first, Marsili to the plate, and it's strike 1 to the outside corner. It is amazing because, once again, we're looking at a very narrow gap in base hits. 11 for Gastonia, 10 for the Barnstormers. As Marsili's able to get one across. He looked in dire straits here in the 8th inning with runners at first and second, nobody out, in a 3-0 count. Now he's 1 strike from being out of it without a run. Outside, Gindel will stay in at 1 ball and 2 strikes. 11 hits for Gastonia, 10 for the Barnstormers, but of those 11 Honey Hunters hits, 6 have left the ballpark. 5 to right field, and then Jason Rogers hitting a home run where you don't see many go. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Gindel, and the pitch is popped up near second base. Howard calling for it. The shortstop latches on to end the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 2 more are left on the bases by the Barnstormers. 9th inning of baseball coming up tonight with the score, Gastonia 13 and the Barnstormers 3.
Did you know that the 2021 Lancaster Barnstormers Club has 2 players headed to the Summer Olympic Games in Tokyo, Japan? That's right, our own Blake Galen and Jared Lakin are on their way to the Olympics as members of Team Israel. To help celebrate our 2 Olympians, Clipper Magazine Stadium will play host as Team Israel will take on the Susquehanna Valley Stars at noon on Saturday, July 17th as part of their training camp before heading to the Tokyo Games. For ticket information, go to LancasterBarnstormers.com's events link.
There are those who say,
leave well enough alone.
If it isn't broken, don't fix it.
You don't mess with success.
while others have something quite different to say. The Lexus RX, with dynamic handling and available 12.3-inch touchscreen. It's the best-selling luxury crossover of all time. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
Caleb Gindel takes over on the mound for the top of the ninth inning. And that could shuffle things around a little bit. I'll try and figure out who is where in the field for the Lancaster Barnstormers. Galen remains at first. There is a new third baseman. Out there for the Barnstormers. Alemond has moved to right. And the Barnstormers are down to 4 infielders. It's Anthony Peroni, the other catcher, moving out to play third. Peroni's at third. Alemond is in right with Gindel on the hill. And Peroni will actually have a turn at the plate in the bottom of the 9th inning. Caleb Gindel, left-hander, 5'8", from Molina, Florida, misses high, and it is ball 1 on Adrian Gomez. Caleb rears back, brings in another, and gets the strike called. It is 1-1. Gavilan Fogarty Harnish pitched the 8th inning, gave up 3 hits and the 2 runs on the solo homers. Ball 2, inside and low on Gomez for a 2-1 count. Three and 1. Remember, I mentioned before the game the Barnstormers are in between utility infielders. John DeZamba would be the guy out there at third base right now, but he had some personal issues he had to tend to. John told me last night that he hopes to be able to come back at some point this year. Ball 4 is low. Gomez a base runner, and Escobar will come to the plate. The catcher is 0 for 3 with a walk. Gindel was high to Escobar, and Caleb has missed with 5 out of 6. And we've reached 3 hours, still without an out in the top of the 9th inning. The next one drops low, and it is 2 balls and no strikes. Remember, spring training, and this is something I'm going to bring up. There were not enough arms to fill the innings in spring training for this ball club, with so many already having been pulled. Couldn't even get all the spring training games in. The Barnstormers had scheduled 7. They were cutting some of them short. And now Gindel misses to Escobar. Caleb has walked 2. 10 walks given up by Barnstormers pitching again tonight. And here is Boog Powell, who is 0 for 3 with a pair of walks and a pair of runs scored. 13-3 ball game. Gastonia with a chance to score in the 8th different inning here tonight. The pitching just hasn't been there. It hasn't settled down. First pitch is a ball to Powell, 1-0. And that is a situation I guarantee Steve Zawiski, left to his own devices, would have called that a strike, whether it was there or not. Now Powell gets hit by Gindel to load the bases. They're full for Poppy, who has already homered twice tonight. 3 out of 5 overall. For the product of the University of Virginia. Gindel hasn't been able to zero in at all. Galen, Torrance, and Peroni are scheduled in the bottom of the 9th inning. Outside for a ball on Poppy, it's 1-0. Gindel has thrown 1 strike. He sails the next one upstairs, 2-0. 3-0. And then before you knew it, Brickhouse was gone. Philmeyer was gone. Gindel takes a lot off and just tosses it up there. Soft tossing to Poppy and getting a strike to get the 3-1. Bases are full. Next pitch in the dirt, bouncing away from De La Rosa, forces in a run anyhow. Gomez is home. It's 14-3. And Gastonia now has scored in 8 different innings in this game. Ross Peoples coming out to try and coach Gindel through this. And he's going to make the switch. He and Galen are going to exchange gloves again. Galen will take over on the mound. Well, at least Blake now has as many home runs as he has saves. Gindel goes to first, and Galen comes to the hill. What is this? Russ somehow needs to get this bullpen lined up. A healthy Garrett Granitz and a healthy Jared Lakin would be a good start. You've got to have starters that can routinely go 6 innings in order to line up your bullpen. And then you can have a couple of sets of 7th and 8th inning relievers, depending on the situations. And you have your closer, if need be. That's the way 2015 was set up. And to this point, can't even remember everybody that was involved. But Walden and Patterson and Yavoli and Mark Lamb, Pete Andrelzik. Blake Hasselbrock was in that pen, and the sub-2 ERA the second half of the season because the starters were getting it done. This is line to left. Rogers with a base hit. Home to score is Escobar. It is now 15-3. And you sit here, you watch it. It's unpleasant. It's unpleasant, I know, for the fans. It's unpleasant for the ball club. And you just hope that at some point a couple of pieces will find their way here. The Barnstormers are very much in the Northern Division race in the first half, despite these drubbings on this homestand. Ball 1 is outside and low. Galen comes back. A swing and a miss by Skoll to go to a ball and a strike. Powell now at third. Poppy at second. Rogers at first base. And this ball club may just be a starting pitcher or two away from being an excellent club. And I've said that. I think that even if it was still Brickhouse and Philmeyer or Philmeyer and Hall and a healthy Lakin, this team would be off to the races. Ground ball shortstop, and it is bobbled by Rondon. He'll get an out at second, but by that time the throw to first is late as Powell comes home. No error on the play because there was the out as Rogers is retired 6 unassisted. So it is now 16-3. Three runs charged to Caleb Gindel, and Poppy at third is still his man. First pitch is low to Matt Marcilli for a ball. It is 1-0. But these routes in the Atlantic League are not limited to Barnstormers games. we may have seen more of them than our fair share. Ground ball third. Peroni will scoop it up and make a high throw. Gindel saved it. What a great play by Gindel. Wow, did he get up there. He's not exactly a slender 5'8", but I mean to tell you, he got up to save that throw.
Third baseman Joshua Saleh.
Holding on at third is Poppy. Skoll ahead to second base with 2 outs in the inning. Saleh the batter. He's hit 2 home runs in this one. Down and away. It gets past De La Rosa, and very politely, Mr. Poppy stays at third base. I don't think it was Chuck Stewart holding him either, although he well could have. That could have and should have been the 17th run, but hats off to the Honey Hunters. Ball 2 missing. It's 2-0. And 3-0. That was, you probably heard it through the crowd mic. I'm not sure who that was. I do not know. And Galen misses to Skoll for ball 4. And that will load him back up here. We've had 18 walks now in tonight's contest. The bases are loaded. Jordan Howard will bat right-handed as the 5th man to face Galen. 16-3 Gastonia. I could take a guess as to who our momentary color commentator was, but I really do not know, so I don't want to name names. I'll say it's 1 of 2. Ground ball, third base side. Galen will get the force out at the plate. That's a smart move on Blake's part. He retires Poppy coming home. But it's another substantial inning for Gastonia. 3 runs on 1 hit. No Lancaster errors. 3 runners left on base. So we get to the bottom half of the 9th inning here tonight. The score is Gastonia 16 and Lancaster 3.
You can enjoy a night at the ballpark and help out the United Way of Lancaster County. All you have to do is spend 3 hours as an usher during a Barnstormers home game, and the ball club will donate $20 in your name to the United Way program of your choice. Be a friendly face, have fun, and raise money for your favorite local charity. To sign up, go to the LancasterBarnstormers.com website and head to the community link, and we'll see you at the ballpark.
When everyone has a different craving, Wegmans Meals to Go has it all. All right now, all in one delivery. Pizza with the kids' favorite toppings. A delicious sub made the way you love. Fresh sushi for the whole group, and so much more. It's how busy people get busy eating the meals they love. Order on the Meals to Go app or at mealstogo.com to make everyone happy. Wegmans Meals to Go. All your favorite meals, all in one delivery.
Here is currently the pitcher, Blake Galen, leading off the 9th inning. Facing Matt Marsili, who's in his 2nd inning of work. He started off roughly. Galen takes low for a ball. It's 1-0. Blake 2 for 4 with a home run tonight. At least we have gotten that out of the way. His 100th career home run as a Barnstormer. He hits a towering pop-up here, straight back and out of play. 1 ball and 1 strike. We certainly hope and anticipate better days ahead for this Barnstormers club. Now 2-1 outside to Galen. But as I said, the alarms were there during spring training. There weren't enough arms to fill the innings. And with the signing of Brickhouse and then Philmeyer, it got worse. Lakin goes down with an injury. The Barnstormers thought they had one solution in Brooks Hall, but, well, he has his contract purchased. And where do you go? 3 balls and 2 strikes. Galen with another pop-up up the chute. Escobar comes back. He's got the room and makes the catch. There were about 6 inches left before the net for Emindo Escobar. Now here is Devon Torrance. He singled in a run back in the 7th. And as long as this game seems to have taken, it's actually got a shot at being our second fastest game of the season. Way high from Marsili. Ball 1, no strikes to Torrance. Peroni, the third baseman, is out on deck. Strike to Torrance. It's 1-1. Here's the windup. Marsili badly outside. The count is in Torrance's favor at 2 balls and a strike. Barnstormers have recorded 10 hits tonight. A double by Gindel, a home run by Galen. All the others have been singles. Swing and a miss by Torrance. It is 2-2. Sounded like we're at a hockey game. Fly ball, foul. Arching into the seats down the third base line. 24-51, the crowd here tonight for the finale of the homestand. Lancaster will spend the bulk of July at home. But for now, a 2-week road trip staring this club in the face. Swing and a miss. Torrance is retired. Second strikeout for Marsili, and Anthony Peroni will give it a shot. Peroni won a game earlier on the homestand, then he had a chance for the Heroics on Tuesday night as well and fouled out the first base. He was the winning run at the plate, but instead hit into the final out. That was the story of Tuesday night. The Barnstormers down 12-2 early and kept fighting back and had chances to pull that out. A strike to Peroni. It is 0-1. Marsili has retired 5 in a row since walking the first 2 batters he faced in the game. High for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike on Anthony Peroni. Defense straight away. Here is the kick and the pitch. Missing the outside corner for ball 2. 2-1. Only 3 games have gotten in and under 320 out of the first dozen on the season. Now 2 ball, 2 strike count after a foul ball to the screen. This one may be the 4th. Two and 2 from Marsili to Peroni, and it's cut out and missed. That'll end it here tonight. So a painful homestand comes to a close. Painful, not so much the 1-loss record, which was 2-4. Obviously not what you want to do on your home turf, but painful for the length of games, and the overall pitching statistics are nowhere near where Ross Peoples would want to have this ball club. So a lot of work needs to be done in rebuilding a pitching staff. The team on the field is fine. We're getting a new utility infielder to replace DeZamba tomorrow, so that issue will be taken care of. The offense, fine. The defense, the pitching is in trouble on this Barnstormers club. We'll be back with the little bit of a wrap-up tonight. Coming your way next, again, our final score, Gastonia 16 and Lancaster 3.
NX is crafted to take on the modern adventure called life.
Alexa, what's the quickest route home?
With Amazon Alexa compatibility and the advanced Lexus safety system, the Lexus NX is modern utility for the modern world. Because modern obstacles require modern solutions. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
Amazon Alexa and all related logos are trademarks of Amazon.com Inc. or its affiliates. Not all Amazon Alexa functionality is available for in-vehicle use.
At Clipper Magazine Stadium, we have hot dogs and popcorn, peanuts, soda, and nachos. But what if, say, you are only 3 months old and mom wants to have a